absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
You got out of.
I don't know yet.
All right, off to a good start.
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to GWR. I'm Chris Gonzo'S, my Gonzo'S, Harvest Farm. We're live here at Pizzeria in Pizzeria. All right, go take the
I about said that the other day.
Take off.
Don't do that.
I'll be right back.
Okay, please, Dad.
Camera's messed up.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Legally on it?
I thought he had it up.
Donate for
See, like everybody else does, it's the mafia.
all the wrestlers, high school, middle school, kitty cats, community kids, girls team, trying to help these coaches live. And then the big wrestling show on Saturday at Muncie Central High School. Six wrestlers, 7. I know all 4 seats are $15,000 table. I got a couple tables I think left to leave. A couple $100 a table, and then all the bleacher seats are $10,000. So it's gonna be a good show. Cats do a great job. Should get on Saturday.
Now just get down here and buy some pizza. Buy some pizza. Order it and hang off it.
Yeah,
Buy it.
and you can get it to go. And still, say anything about Muncie Central, 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night.
Why don't we get that guy on there? I thought he was supervisor. He probably is. Well, that was one for away.
Maybe some other special guests. We got a regular show. There's some guests on there. We got Casey. All of the they got a big show coming up on Sunday. We got Rapid Fire with John down. And the referee, the basketball.
Yeah, just man. So that's what you said.
What I wrote, you said.
Anyway, he's now the manager of the champion at MTW. We will get to that here.
Yeah, that much was off about the show. About that at 6:30. Good luck. They order some pizza and they have pasta and salad and sandwiches. Have great food. One.
On this, it's like 8:13.
Dewey, Louie.
I think it's like 8:13.
East Gags, not the one on campus. This way.
And there's plenty of room in here. You guys want to all come in here and sit. They got a big dining room in here, so.
Right across the street.
It's still open, but they're all on. Let's go back a little bit, guys.
This will be my
What? Can you give us some memories of some of the stuff?
four. We see Carlito take on IP3, and Carlito is now on WWE all the time. So I met Rikishi and I met that one. See Eric Smalls, he's at NWA. Is he still with NWA? Yeah, we seen him a few years ago in a cage match. And this would be I would say my 6th year anniversary at GWR, even though the dates are all my first time to commentate actually conducting. Telling that one show. Started with Bearcat Rumble.
First time I ever seen it. First time I ever seen it. Robert Masters from WCW. That show that I think
Rachel. She's on my first, so that means I'm in your second.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time I seen her was a show in August.
Well, he's talking about the first Bearcat that we went to, not that we didn't broadcast it.
Okay. Well, she was on the first one that I was on, so that was her first year of broadcast, right? Because this will be your 4th year as broadcasting. Is that right? Yeah. I was at that one, because that guy kept giving away. That security guard kept saying, "I'm on his way." We get lost. Well, I got to stay here. Well, no, you know.
John says it sounds like you're off of the distance.
Well, just seeing all those kids, all the actual average wrestlers that this money's going to, from kids to going into college.
Yep.
So,
we get to see the Bearcat Rumble. We see some of those kids actually competing in the Bearcat Rumble. Of course, Coach AJ.
Hey, John and Justin, did that help?
there's that Barry guy. He just walked in the door.
All right. Thanks for letting us know, guys. They said that fixed.
Okay. Chris, what about you? What stands out to you? Some of the Bearcat Rumbles we've been to in the past.
The one with Carlito and Epico and Primo, because I got to actually meet them guys backstage after the show, and that was cool.
Yeah, I did too.
The year, I think it was the year after that, or was it last year when IK3 Dalton Love went off the ropes on the IK3 on a plastic table, and the table almost turned into like a U.
Yeah. Bent that table.
I don't think I've ever seen that like a spot like that before, so I thought that was pretty cool. But then the year they had all the cage matches and had the micro wrestlers, and I thought that was fun with all the different cage matches. Other than we couldn't get you in the cage with the midgets,
That
but
still ain't happening.
We could not get him to.
And there was a bunch of legends came back. That been wrestling here in Indiana for a long time, but got the Indiana Hall of Fame that night before that.
Yes.
And we broadcasted that. Yeah, so that was cool.
and also when they surprised you 2 years ago with that when they gave you that plaque thing,
Yeah.
and you not knowing anything about it,
Didn't know anything about
which
it.
I didn't know nothing about until like 10 minutes before I found out accidentally, because Terry accidentally told me about it.
And that was the first time he never had stairs to get in the damn ring. And I'm trying to get that damn ring, about killed me. But yeah, Marcus got that award.
Yeah, we got
Marcus
it last
Kelly
year.
Marcus Kelly got it last year, that award.
And we didn't get in the ring either, but we wasn't going to because we seen what Tony had to go through. So
hell. That convinced me about not getting in the ring. But yeah, Bearcat Rumble's an awesome event. Like I said, $10 for bleacher seats, and you're going to see a good show. I guarantee it. DCCW does a great job, and all proceeds go to the wrestling club, even the concessions, everything. All tickets sold, that money goes to the Bearcat Rumble. All concessions go to the Bearcat Rumble, so goes back to the kids and that wrestling club, and it helps a lot of kids out. We'll get AJ on here a little bit. They can explain some of that, where stuff goes and things.
I go, wow.
yeah, it did.
We'll try to get AJ on here in just a second. Seen a bunch of different names on there. We got Big Glenn, we got Justin Danger, seen somebody mention TJ Powers, Bruce McGarr. We have a lot of people on
And
there.
this year though, we have returning actual Muncie champions, right? 1975, 1990 teams, right?
That's what they're saying.
TJ called us Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Huey doing
Yeah,
well,
that's
who's
TJ.
okay? Gonna say he's gonna say you're Huey.
Well, that's probably about right. If you're
Uh,
going by size difference, maybe you're right.
Justin Day just said more like Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Well, that works too because I am actually related to Larry Fide.
Yeah, but
It's a
you
distant cousin, but I am related, so that worked out too.
look more like Curly though.
Yeah, I do. That's true if you go that route.
I want to know who Louie and Dewey is. Are you Dewey or Louie?
I have no clue.
But isn't your brother going to be there Saturday? He's
Well-
he's a member of the 1975 team, right?
He knows about it now because he knows about it from me. He hadn't heard from anybody else. So, but he knows about it. So I'm not sure. Yeah, they're supposed to be recognizing the 1975 Muncie Southside Rebels state championship team and the 1990 Muncie Southside Rebels state championship
The
team.
Rebels, is that the same school? Or?
Yes, yeah, that was the Rebels. And my brother, Paul Gonzo'S, was on that 1975 Rebel team.
Was he a Central guy too?
No, that's Southside.
Southside,
Yeah,
okay.
both those state champions. They're recognized because it's Muncie.
Okay.
Well, they're recognizing, but it wasn't Central. But at that time, but Chris's wrestling coach Tony Abbott wrestled on that 1990 state championship team. He also coached AJ, I believe, didn't he? Didn't he coach AJ a year or so? Abbott.
Yeah. Abbott's first year coaching was AJ's senior year and my freshman year.
Yep. That's what I thought.
All right, we're going to roll you in
Yeah,
here.
we'll go get Coach AJ Bradley from the Muncie Central Bearcats on here.
Yeah, but Abbott's first year coaching was AJ was a senior and me and Gene were freshmen.
Yeah, we was talking about the 75 and 90 teams, and we're talking about Abbott coached the 90 team. And like I said, it was Chris's freshman year and your senior year.
Oh yeah. Not only did Abbott coach it, but I remember like Foreman was in the room some, and Pease came in the room some, and those were some rough practices.
I bet. Because Pease got third that year, basically on one leg.
Yes.
Yeah, he was injured.
What was the one guy? Ray.
Yes. Right. Gary Ray.
And then there was another one too that got second that year.
Crazy old Ron Mead.
Wycliffe got second that year.
I thought Wycliffe got second the year before.
I'm almost
He got
positive.
second in '89, I believe. He was the highest place within.
I thought he got that.
Then he
90.
got like fourth in '90.
Okay,
I thought.
maybe that might have been.
They got 1, 1, 3, 4, I believe.
Okay, that could be right. But I know Foreman won it, Abbott won it, and I do know
Pease get third.
He's
Yes.
got third. He would have won it that year if he hadn't had a bum leg.
Oh yeah.
He had a bum leg. Yeah, in the 75 team, my brother Paul wrestled on that team. Very, very strong team. Don't remember all the champions. I know Mike Holmes won it that year. Richard won it that year at 77. Can't remember if Ralph placed that year. I know he was there, Ralph Smith. I think he might have placed, but I'm not 100% sure now.
Was Showalter there in '75?
No, that Showalter was after.
After.
Later. I think in the 80s. Chuck Evans got second.
Yeah.
He got second that year.
That shows how much wrestling's changed. Because back then, if you had like 4 or 5 guys go to state and 4 of them place, you had a real good chance of winning a state title. Now you got teams that are having 11 guys in the finals.
Yeah.
And so now you got to have almost 8 or 9 guys down at the state tournament to have a chance to win it as a team, it seems like.
Oh yeah. It's really tilted.
Yeah.
It's tilted to a select few.
Yeah. The finals this year was like watching the Brownsburg Dolby.
Well, back then, like now, if you went on Friday night, you placed. That's not how it was.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't that way. And there was no semi-state back
Right.
in the. I can't remember about the 90s, but I know in 75 you had to get first place at the regional. Second place didn't go to state.
Yeah, didn't Paul have a crazy match at sectional? It was almost like a tie or some
Well,
referee's decision.
He won the sectional, and then at his junior year at the regionals, he had a match with a guy, and it went to overtime, and it tied again, and so it didn't have a sudden death. The referee made the decision, and normally, what usually back then decided the decision was who was more aggressive, and whoever got the first takedown, they said was most aggressive. Well, my brother got the first takedown, but they still give it to the other guy, and the other guy went on to win state, and the toughest match of state was 9-3.
Wow.
Hadn't Junior, if I remember right, beat him earlier?
Yeah.
Did he beat him earlier in the season?
Yeah, and then his senior year, he wrestled and he beat the guy at sectional, and the guy from Northside beat him in overtime at the regional, and he went on and placed fourth. But what was crazy that year, the guy that got second, the guy got third, the guy got fourth, the guy got fifth, the guy got sixth. My brother had beat that year. He never faced the first place.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but that's just the way it was because the second and third places didn't go back then.
And people they forget back in '75 that like Southside was a powerhouse, but as was Northside, and Delta's coming up at that time.
Northside won at 74.
Yeah, so it's like, wow, like this area getting out of this sectional was like.
Well, and people are going to find this hard to believe, but in '75, when Southside and Northside wrestled a dual meet, there was 3,000 people at that dual meet to watch. The gym was completely full. There was people sitting on the stage.
Oh yeah, they talk about Southside and Delta in the '80s. They forget about South and Northside in the '70s.
Yes,
just absolutely insane.
Yep. Yeah, most definitely. And what was crazy was that John Smith, the coach of the '75 team to the state, 75, but he was assistant coach. But he was assistant coach for Northside in '74. They won it, and then he was assistant coach of Southside. He took over Southside in '76. Southside fired the coach that won the state championship in '75. That's another story. But they did fire the coach. That was crazy. How do you fire the coach and win the state championship?
That was Cartwright, wasn't it?
Cartwright. And the guy didn't know a lot of wrestling, but man, you look at his team, go back and look at that '75 team and what their team looked like.
They were jacked.
Their 12-pounders had as big as arms as most 75-pounders did. I mean, they were a jacked team, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like we're starting to get some more people in here.
Oh, yeah. Some of the other coaches. We got some of our wrestlers in here. Of our girl wrestlers. Jasmine's here. Some of the other will be here a little later because practices don't get out to 5:30. Yep. I shower and get here then. But yeah, they're trickling in.
Well, AJ, can you tell us about the Bearcat Rumble this Saturday and what the proceeds go to?
Oh, yeah. The Bearcat Rumble, this is our 5th year of the tournament that DCCW and WCWO put on for us. Great time. It's at Central. You will enter door 11. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. A lot of great matches. And for me, the main event is the mid-card. For me, that's the Rumble. And that's great because a lot of wrestlers are in there, including myself. I've been in there a few times. As Terry said the other day, the 2-time winner. That's me, the only multi-time winner. Yep. But it's a great show. We love doing it, and it raises money for our kids. And with this money, we buy stuff our kids needs because people think of like football as an expensive sport and baseball as an expensive sport. And all wrestling, you just need shoes and a mat. Like, well, it's not that simple. Like wrestling shoes are very expensive because they're specialized shoes. And you need headgear and different types of uniforms, and then travel. It's a very expensive sport. And then our sport, you'll be in a gym from 6 in the morning when you weigh in and won't leave till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes it's later. I remember when Chris was younger, we'd be in Indianapolis till 1, 2 in the morning, still wrestling. So you're feeding the kids that whole time. And we try to take care of them so they can focus on wrestling. The parents can focus. And now the money goes to them, whether it's camps, food on the weekend, shoes. We just bought the middle school headgear. We do team packets every year of shirts and stuff, warm-ups, and the kids who can't afford it, it magically gets paid for. Yeah. And then that's where this money comes from. We started an academic scholarship this year. We raised so much money last year from this that we had some left over because all the money we raise, we spend on the kids. Like we don't carry it over and try to say, oh, we still got $3,000 in the account. No, we get it. It goes to the kids. It goes to the kids what they need. And we had funds left over this year, so we started an academic scholarship, and one for the boys and one for the girls. So Nathan Spears, who's going to Ball State University, he was the first male recipient of our scholarship, and Courtney Thrash, who's going to Indiana Tech and wrestling at Indiana Tech, is the second recipient of that. And outside the scholarships, other things we use the money on is some of our kids who make it to college, they find out that there's a $400 fee for this, and to get in the dorm, there's another $200 for this. And we always say, hey, if you're one of us and you wrestle and something comes up, reach out, and they do, because it's our job is to help them out in the future and get them where they need to go. Because I love Muncie wrestling, but I want these kids to leave here, do things, come back when they're ready to come back and help build the community.
AJ, I have a question. What would now say a young kid, 10 years old? What would it cost them coming in the door? They got to get a singlet, got to get a pair of shoes, got to get a headgear. What do you think that cost would be?
Oh my. Well, headgears start out on the cheaper side, 70, 80 bucks. Shoes, 10-year-old, that means he's in adult sizes now. So you're looking at 100 or 20. Wrestle tournaments, there's a card that you have to have. We don't charge that, but
Yeah.
you got to have that. That's $50. And then if you want to go to the tournaments, every tournament now is about $30. And that's just
That's
the
not
start.
that's not kind of a singlet either.
Oh no. And we don't really charge a club fee. Like our club fee is $20. And that is so that every kid gets a t-shirt. And then that helps us buy more cleaning supplies. Like a lot of clubs charge $100, $200. Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
I
we
know.
do this, and me and my other assistants who are here, we get paid like our coaching salary from the school during the season. But all the other stuff is free. You know, like we run practices now, Wednesday, Friday,
And,
like nothing.
and the salary you make as a high school coach for just during the season, it's not. It,
Oh, no.
it don't cover half the time that what a coach really puts in either.
No, and we don't do it for the
No,
money.
yeah,
No,
you don't. Coaches don't do it for the money. That's 100% true.
And the thing with our sport is rarely does one kid wrestle in a family. It's typically 2, 3. So you're doubling, tripling. So it's costing you.
Oh yeah, I remember because I remember the Bradleys. There was 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You know, just the Bradleys, and that wasn't counting the red ones. Just 2 or yeah. Because I was kids that wrestled
Well,
back
I think-
when we coached.
I think wrestling becomes like a family sport like that too, because of what AJ said earlier. It's a sport. Like if you go there on a Saturday, you're there all day long.
Yeah.
And usually in some tournaments, multiple days of a weekend, you can be gone all weekend, so that your whole family's there anyway. So I think that kind of helps that your brothers and sisters start getting involved, and it just continues.
Oh yeah, it does. And the costs add up real quick. You know, and tournaments now, like with every sport, they're all turned into these big mega tournaments, and little local tournaments that we used to be able to go to. There's Windland.
Yeah.
So if you want to compete, you're driving an hour and a half, 2 hours away. That's gas for the kids and constant just, you know, money.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's changed a lot.
You're talking close to $300 just to get shoes, a headgear, and a singlet. By the time you get that in your card,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Muncie, we have a lot of very good people, former wrestlers who help. Doug Marshall, I love him. You know, he's given like old shoes that his grandkids have and stuff like that. And we repurpose a lot of things that we use.
yeah.
And, you know, my wife's great, thrift shopping. You know, Dick's Sporting Goods will have like sales the following year. We'll be able to get some shoes half off. Like this past year, we bought 14 pairs of wrestling shoes. We started the season with almost 40 kids. Into the season with over 30, you know, and wrestling attracts those hard time kids because you have to have a certain mentality to do this sport.
Yep.
You know, you do.
it's a gritty sport.
It is, and you have to have that grit. Like you've got to have some challenges to really thrive in this sport. And it helps, and we love it.
And I know it's a team sport, but it's also an individual sport. When you're out on that mat, you're by yourself.
Yes.
So if you're out there getting your clock clean, it's not like you got 4 people. I mean, I know you got team over there watching, and they support you, but you're out there on your own.
Oh yeah, our sport is very humbling.
Yes.
Very, very humbling. There's no place to hide. no place to hide. Like our sport, you can't say, "Well, I rushed for 3 touchdowns." Well, but you still lost 35-21. You know, or I made all the tackles, but they still outscored you. You can't hide somebody in right field.
Yeah.
You can't, you know, because at the end of the day, you're out there. One person's hands getting raised, one isn't, and you're staring at those crowds. And they're all looking at you.
And some people can't take that either. That like you're out there and you got all these people watching, you might fail. So
Oh, yeah.
and
Well, that's the thing I love.
some people can't take it, and other people thrive on it.
Yeah, you ask a lot of adults today and people who work, they say one of the biggest things is accountability. Kids having accountability. Our sport, you have to have it because you can't blame anybody. It's there, and these kids learn. You know, they get what they don't always deserve because you can work as hard as you want, and sometimes that's not good enough. And it's a great life lesson, you know, because at the end of it, you're looking at all those people. They're looking at you. You have 2 options: you either quit or get better. And the kids who stay and get better, you know, that's why they say once you wrestle, everything else is easy.
That's true. And then you got kids that start, heck, I had kids, when I was coaching started when they was 4 years old. Then you got some kids that don't start till they're in middle school.
Yeah.
And you get some kids that still can be successful. I'm not saying you can't be, but it's tougher when you start in middle school if you've never wrestled before.
Oh yeah, they're definitely behind the 8 ball. And we get a lot of that. We've really pushed our program. Chris was actually helped a couple years ago coach it, and we kind of divide some of it up. Now we're like the new beginners, like preschool, to like 6th grade, never done it before. We start running the kitty cats with them, and that's strictly newbies, never been it, never did it, and it's designed to be more fun. Learn how to move your body, learn how to control yourself, to show them that wrestling's fun. Because I will say, once you get a kid addicted to the fun of wrestling, then they're willing to do all the not so fun stuff. And then we have our monthly wrestling club, which is same age group, but more of the advanced. They're ready to get after. You can run practices a little different, just so we can keep bringing people on. Because one thing we never want to do is turn down anybody.
Well, what's the ages on the kitty cat? What's the youngest that you take, and then like the oldest?
We do PK because it's through the school. So since now preschool's in school, we go pre-K through basically like 5th, because now we wrestle in the middle school.
Yep.
So PK through 5, and that program runs in November. Well, it runs like November, December, January, with our high school season, because then our high schoolers work with it.
Yep.
And then that we don't take any time off really, because they're training for freshman, sophomore state, and another tournament. And then we start with the club, and that one's the more up-tempo pace. And some of the kids who did the kitty cats come along, and some are like, you know what, that's more my speed now. And I'm like, that's fine, because some people bloom late. Like my brother Casey was a late bloomer, big time. But he wrestled, had a lot of touring barbecues at state and other tournaments, and then end up clicking when he was in middle school, placed at state, collegiate All-American. People in this sport grow at different times, so I never want to run somebody out just because they're like 8 and not ready.
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that in a long time.
If you push
Two and barbecue.
You remember that?
We're gonna have to explain that here in a minute.
yeah, because if you like push the kids too soon to go to like the bigger tournaments and stuff, then you could, like you said, you lose them, or because they'll get discouraged, and because like you said, every kid's built different mentally as well.
Yeah, which our area's done a good job of what we call like friendlies. We hosted one. Newcastle came, Monroe Central came, Yorktown came, Cowan came. Some Delta kids come, and it's and we didn't even charge for it. The kids are free. The parents are like $3 to get in, and you put weights on the wall and grades, and the kids just pair up, and for 2 hours, some wrestled 1, some wrestled 12. It wasn't like $40. You lose twice, you go home. So the kids get that experience. And then we also went to one of those in Marion. We go to one in Cowan. And I've noticed that when I've put more focus on those tournaments, our youth numbers are not just going up, but I'm not losing as many kids. I'm not starting over all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's less time and it's less money for someone who's not sure they want to do it. But once they do it once, then twice, you kind of got them.
Yeah, and let's go back a little bit. I coached wrestling, started about, I think it was about 1988, not 1888.
Marcus is like, well, maybe.
Well, maybe, yeah.
But I started at the Muncie Boys Club, and we started a team. I think we had 20 kids that first year, and it didn't take long to figure out we had the tough kids. I mean, we had athletic kids, and we had tough kids.
Uh-huh.
They didn't play basketball, they didn't play football. For one thing, they didn't have money to play football. But we brought them in, and they took the wrestling real quick. And it wasn't long we were going to tournaments and just kicking everybody's ass.
Oh, yeah.
And these are all first-year kids, too.
Oh, yeah. Boys Club was known around the state.
Yeah, it was, and then it turned into the
Power
Power Club
Club.
later on. But and let you guys know, we did stuff, and we had a lot of fun. But we also had a bunch of hard-nosed kids. We ran tough practices. We ran hard practices. Our kids were in shape. Our kids beat the crap out of each other in practice. So practices were easier than the tournaments. I mean, harder than the tournaments.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna be honest with you. We were tough, and we tell the kids if they went 2 and out, it was 2 and barbecue.
Yep.
It was 2 and or if you only won one match, you was honey roasted. And that's how it's kind of mean. But but that's the way it was. It was a tough mentality.
And you didn't just hear it once. You heard it all day long until the tournament was over that you were two at barbecue.
But we had some tough kids, man. I mean, you just don't understand the tough kids and what it turned into later on down the road. AJ wrestled there. He turned into coaching. Casey wrestled. Casey did very well. So we had a bunch of kids do well. And so, I mean, but we was very fortunate. But we had just a lot of hard-nosed kids.
Oh, yeah. But it gave us a place to go.
Yep.
It gave us a place because we couldn't do the travel AU circuit for basketball at the time.
Yeah.
Football, you had to buy all your own stuff when you were that age trying to play. So it gave us a place to go.
Yeah,
something to do.
Yeah, some kids, didn't have to pay anything. We came up with money, paid for the uniforms, paid for the fees. We took that first year. We didn't have very many parents that went to the tournaments. The very first tournament, he talked about 1 o'clock. The very first tournament we took the kids to, that I took a team to, was at Delta High School.
John Smith.
John Smith, Olympic wrestler, shows up. We didn't think about that, and we're there till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And people are trying to get a hold of the boys' club, want to know where the kids are. Because we've got all the kids that we took in a van, and no parents went.
When he says we're there at 1 we're still wrestling.
Yeah, on the
it's
mat
not
at 1
over.
o'clock. Yeah, 1
We're
o'clock in the
still
morning.
wrestling.
I wrestled
at
my
1 in the
last
morning.
match like at 1 or 1:15 in the morning
Yeah.
or something that night. It was crazy.
Over 1,000 kids showed up for that tournament because they wanted to meet John Smith, the wrestler, Olympic wrestler, and it was crazy. That was the first tournament we ever went to. It was nuts. It was a lot of fun. And I know the tournament's not near as big. We would go to tournaments every week, 600-700 kids.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, I think it's 200 maybe. A good
I
tournament.
remember going when Isaiah was like Pee Wee 50. He'd have 55 kids in this bracket in tournaments. You're like, whoa! Now you go and
5,
they're
6.
gonna have like 5, 6.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Because most of it's like all these sports now, where everything's like travel.
All
Travel team, travel this, travel that. It's like a lot of that's just a money grab, but then that takes kids out who can't afford that.
Yeah.
You know?
It does. Most definitely does. Well, this Saturday at the Muncie Central High School. Doors open at 6. Wrestling begins at 7. They got tables for $200.
Yep.
They got all 4 seats are $15,
Yes.
and the bleachers are $10.
That is correct.
All proceeds go to the Muncie Central Wrestling Club. That's the kitty cats, the girls, the
Middle
boys,
school.
middle school, high school. Goes to all that, and it's like I said, all the proceeds, and that includes concessions too. I
Yes,
believe.
concessions.
Well, let them know what the tables are for.
Tables, you get a table, seats 6 people, it's $200. You get pizza and some drinks.
Yeah, you get a whole pizza for the table. You get 1 drink for the table, and the tables are the only thing that guarantees you a ringside seat. The other floor seats, there'll be some along the ringside, but those are first come,
For sure.
first serve.
Should be a great show. I'm looking forward to it. It's been good every year that I've been.
Oh, yeah.
Never been disappointed at all.
I love this. I absolutely love it. One of the great things is some of the guys, we introduced them before, like some of the kitty cats, middle school, high school kids, so they get to be backstage and they get to meet some of the guys, and the guys meet them.
Yep.
And after they get a little talk, you really see the WCWO wrestlers, the DCCW wrestlers, really they know what the show's for and what it's about, and you see them raise their game even more, which is amazing because they're already outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Some of the people that have been on this card.
I agree 100%. Do you have any wrestlers here who might be willing to come on?
I can go check. I know one of our girls, Jasmine. I go get her. This girl is absolutely amazing. First-year wrestler. Great story about her. So she comes out the year. Excuse me. And she was our heavyweight. Heavyweight to the girls is 235. And the weight class before that's 190. But she was weighing 205, 206. So she's in no man's land. Just no man's.
You either got to cut a bunch of weight or give up a bunch of weight.
Yeah, so she ends up trying to get down to 90, but wins the spot at heavyweight. Goes into sectional, weighing all of about 194 at heavyweight, and places third and advances to semi-state. And then goes there and loses this amazing overtime match to a girl. So she doesn't move on to state. The girl goes on and gets 4th. And mind you, we're giving up 35, almost 40 pounds. Then 3 weeks later, she goes to freshman, sophomore state and places 4th at 190. And it's just and the girl started wrestling this year and came late. So she'd only been wrestling 2 months. And now she loves it. She eats it, sleeps it, breathes it. She's a sophomore. Like, you will hear her name a lot. But our girls team is really solid. Her, Liera, Jocelyn, like they all have hardware. Freshman, sophomore, some are 2-time state qualified. Like, they have some hardware, so it's great. Like, that program is picked up.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is the more girls we get out, more guys we get out. Our girls work harder. It forces the guys to work harder because they don't want to be shown up.
Yeah.
And it sounds silly, but they don't.
And you have one of the biggest women's team around, don't you?
Oh yeah, we're bigger than the only one around here. Bigger than us was J-Count, if you want to call them around us. But yeah, we're the biggest one around here, which was great. All right. But yeah, I'll go get her over here.
Okay.
All right, thank you
Yeah,
guys.
and if you want to sit with her, I'll step out for a second.
I was gonna say I'd step out.
I want to step out there and make faces at her. See if she's
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna step outside.
Okay. Well, AJ's gonna see if he can get Jasmine on.
Well, I'm sure he can round up somebody. I see several of them over there, I think.
Okay.
I have no idea how much it costs to.
Oh,
I had no idea. Even the headgear. I
Well, it's
wouldn't think
even-
a headgear piece would be that expensive.
it's went up because back in the day, it was costing us. And of course, this is the last time I bought headgear was probably 2008. They were about $25-$30 a piece.
See, that's what I would think it would be.
Yeah, and then but it also now, but it probably depends on what you want to buy. We always bought the cheapest stuff we could buy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
We did. I mean, singlets, we bought the cheapest we could find. Shoes, same thing. I mean, you can pay $400 for shoes if you want.
Well, yeah.
But, I mean, you can pay as much as
That's
you want.
any sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pay as much as you want.
We got a roper in here. But
And I got one of our assistants who worked a lot with Jasmine Nick.
Okay. Hello, guys. Put them headphones on, if you would, please. And can you guys introduce yourselves real quick?
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Nick Lawler. I'm assistant coach.
Okay, assistant coach. Okay.
assistant coach, okay.
And you're the wrestled heavyweight, right, this year?
Yes, I
And I
did.
heard you did very well. Let me ask you this question: what do you like best about wrestling?
I just like the intensity, of going out there and wrestling. That's what I like.
What was when you first started? What was your goal, and how's it changed now?
Well, when I first started, I didn't really have a goal. It was really impulsive.
Okay.
I just wanted to do it, but I I wanted to get better, and so I guess I did get better and a lot better. So.
And what's your goal now, though?
To win more and just grow as a wrestler.
According to AJ, you've got a bright future. And I'll ask you, how bright of a future do you think your assistant coach? How far do you think she can go? Can she?
I think Jazz's future is entirely dependent on how far she wants to go. I mean, truthfully, and I don't take that lightly. I think you talk about the amount of work you put in to get better, and there's been no one in our room, boy or girl, who has taken that to heart more. Jasmine's at everything that she can possibly be at. Anytime we pop up with a last minute practice, she's there. So she's gotten tremendously better in just the time that I've known her. I think next year could be a very, very exciting time for her.
Now you got one. I haven't coached wrestling a long time. I coached wrestling for years. A minute ago, I tried to say 1888. I'm not that old. From 1988 to about 2012, I coached wrestling, and I haven't coached since then. But I think I'm going to have to come out and check you guys out. I'm going to come and watch you wrestle.
I'll tell you one thing: when Jasmine wrestles, it's fireworks every time, no matter what. So.
Okay. What do you think your biggest strength is in wrestling right now? What do you do the best, and what do you think your biggest weakness is?
I'll say my biggest strength is I'm really quick on my feet. I can think of something off the top of my head. But I'll say I do get in my head a lot. When I see somebody, I'm that's bigger than me or something. I'm oh yeah, they're a lot better than me and they're gonna get me. So I get in my head a lot about that.
Coach, do you agree with that? Do you agree with what a weakness and strength is? Sir?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's very self-aware, which is a great trait to have. But yeah, when you talk about physicality and being quick on your feet, I mean, she never leaves that on the table. You know what I'm saying? She's always putting forward all that effort. And in terms of the mentality thing, you know, that's probably maybe her biggest obstacle. You know, I'm saying she puts in all the work. The mental aspect is really the only thing I think that could stand in her way. And so I think, you know, continuing to work on that as we get closer to this season is going to be our number one goal.
Plus, that can change with experience too.
100%.
Because you gain confidence as you get more experience. What do you think? What do you think a legitimate goal is for next year?
Legitimate goal?
I mean, what do you think? What? How far do you think you can reach next year? Sitting here right now, that could change in 2 or 3 months, of course.
That could change before she leaves.
Yeah, no, true. What are you trying to say?
I know how goals work. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'll say, I mean, a legitimate, like, I guess I could see myself going farther than just like, because I was able to get to like regionals this year, but I didn't get past the first round. But it's like I could see myself going farther with that as a whole.
What about you, Coach? How far do you think she can make it next year?
I don't think it's unrealistic to say that Jasmine could be standing on a podium at the end of next year. And that's, like I said, I don't take these things lightly, and I think that she's put in all of the right work this offseason and is going to continue doing so. I would expect to see her on a podium at the end of next year.
Do you have a go-to move, a favorite move that you do? Like my sons, when I coached them in wrestling, their favorite move was fireman's carry. That was their favorite thing. That's what their go-to move was. You have a go-to move?
What was it called? The little underhook thing, and I would grab the leg. I don't know what it's called.
She's been really working on lately an underhook to a near side single.
Okay.
So she's been working on that a lot, and it's looking really good.
Good. Well, I wish you luck, and I hope you have a great season. And I'm going to try to get with AJ and find out when you're out, so come check it out.
Thank
I
you.
definitely want to do that.
all right. Well, what's your story? I mean, they just don't make people assistant coaches. You've got a background too.
Yeah.
I wrestled, you know, from the time I was probably 4 or 5 until, you know, all the way up through high school. My dad was my coach, you know, so kept pretty close to him at
What high school?
Rushville High School.
Okay.
Yep. So not too far away from here. Muncie's not too far away from, you know, home, which is great. But yeah, I wrestled for ever, and then got out of the sport for a while. You know, kind of took my time away from it during college. And I graduated in December 2023, and you know, just found myself missing it more and more. And
How'd you end up at Central?
I'm still live in Muncie,
Okay.
so I graduated from Ball State, which is, you know, right over there, close to Central's campus and everything. And you know, got in contact with Coach Bradley through my dad, who knows, you know, anybody and everybody in the wrestling community. You guys know how it is.
Yeah.
And so got in contact with Coach Bradley, and Bradley was like, "You can be as involved as you want to be," and that turned into super involved. And you know, I love it. I've been very, very happy to be with the team all year and you know, lead a lot of stuff this off season as well, which is a really good time.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on, and we wish both of you good luck in the
Yeah, we
coming
wish you
season.
nothing but luck. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
You see who walked in?
I seen him walked in.
Did you smell him or see him first?
I seen him first. But all I can smell is pizza.
Yeah, that smells really good.
Yeah.
Again,
that's
we're
it.
here to dine and donate at the Greek's Pizza on McGalliard. Is that right?
Yeah,
In Muncie, all proceeds they give us
813 East McGahy.
until 8 o'clock. Come in and get your pizza, your breadsticks, your pastas, strombolis, and whatever else they've got.
Looks like they got a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, they do. It's filling up all the time.
Yeah.
And they give a portion of the proceeds
Yes.
automatically.
Yep.
To the Wrestling Central
When that's
Club.
to go and dine in. That's
You said
delivery.
delivery too, right?
Delivery also, yeah.
Well, guys, we have people watching because we were talking about the price of singlets, headgears, and shoes and stuff. And a company done sent a message wanting to know if they could talk about prices on stuff so they have cheap deals.
To AJ? Okay, cool.
Well, they sent it to the Delaware, to the DCCW page.
Okay.
Now, do we want to get him on?
Yeah.
Why he's in the country to start with,
Well,
and in the city. So
yeah, we're trying to get him in.
no, you can get over here. We can't track you down. So we may not see you again for a year. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
you might be out of the country.
guys got me in one place with the shit
Hey,
hooked up, so might as well, right?
Hey, you haven't been on for a while. Your streak of being the guest that's been on the most is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna have to not sleep and just start coming on
Well,
more
I,
often.
I know you've not been busy or anything.
No, not at all. No, I don't get busy no more.
What the hell are you doing in the country?
I don't know.
How did you find Muncie again? That's what I want to know.
Hey, well, we got a little bit of time, and we got another show we got.
All right, guys, I got to get out.
No. What? Can you tell us a little about gimmick promotion and what's been going on with gimmick promotion?
Oh man. Well, I'm
You know,
in
it's blown
the
up.
I'm in the process of rebranding some stuff right now. You guys will start seeing new logos and whatnot. Still gimmick promotions. Still my red and yellow, but you're gonna get new logos, a lot better content. We're switching things up from just posting just random pictures and whatnot of the events and here and there to actually doing full-fledged media on it. So we'll have videos and shortcuts and whatnot of all the Hall of Famers and legends that we work with on a regular basis. But I cannot be mad about anything with gimmick promotions right now. It's blown up like crazy. I've been over to the UK probably 5-7 times now in the last couple of years. Took 11 WWE Hall of Famers and legends to the UK in February. Possibly have a trip coming up in August. Definitely going back next February for the Love of Wrestling. That's going to be kind of a mainstay. I'm doing a lot of the booking for them now for the Love of Wrestling in the UK. Possibly have a trip to Italy coming up end of June, beginning of July. I'm doing a tour out there where Gimmick Promotions will be teaming up with a organization over there, and I'll be running the convention part of it as they run the wrestling part of it. So
It's outstanding. Didn't you go to Ireland also?
oh yeah. We went to Manchester, Ireland, Scotland, back to Manchester.
Do you have a favorite place you been?
Dude, not being over there before, all of them's my favorite
Okay,
right now.
okay.
Just because it's just seeing everything, meet new people, hearing accents other than Southern accents, and
Yeah.
New York accents is nice. So I mean,
Do you have a favorite?
Ireland is beautiful, but Scotland's awesome too, because we went to Edinburgh, Scotland, which if you've seen any Harry Potter movie, period, you would have already seen Edinburgh because that's where they filmed it.
Okay.
So the houses and buildings and everything look straight out of a Harry Potter movie. Ireland, we were up there where they have the Titanic Museum, because we went to Belfast, which I know anybody from Ireland that's watching that Belfast is not Ireland, and it's not real Ireland. So don't get on me. I did learn that while I was up there.
Okay. Did you have a favorite convention you've been to?
Favorite convention? I will tell you, the Monopoly Entertainment in the UK does conventions like nobody I've ever seen before.
Really?
Like their conventions by far just straightforward, easy. I mean, they take care of it. They have people for everybody. It's easy to, sometimes you go into conventions here in the United States and it's just scrambled everywhere. You don't know where people are. You're
Yeah.
going into different rooms and everything and not really layout. When you go in for the Love of Wrestling convention in Manchester, you walk into their building, they have the 25 to 30 stars there, because they don't book it like over here in the United States either, where you book 100 wrestling stars or 80 or 70. You have 30.
Okay. So
Right around 30. So it seems like it's a smaller one, but they draw just as many people that come over here to the U.S. and do their conventions. They draw just as many people. I mean, they are well put together. Yeah, Monopoly Entertainment for the Love of Wrestling. They also do all the horror cons over in the UK. They do all the Comic Cons in the UK. They do all the anime cons in the UK. Like, they literally run the UK when it comes to conventions. Awesome.
Got anything big coming up?
The Italy trip will be big as soon as we finalize all of that, which we're in the process of now. That'll be probably one of the biggest things I got coming up so far. Going to St. Louis in May for SCIW's Fan Fest, so that'll be a good one.
Who you taking over there?
Right now, who's scheduled is Jacqueline, Boogie, and Devon Dudley. And then after May, first weekend of June, we should be heading out to River City Wrestling Con in Florida. And then end of June, beginning of July should be the Italy tour. And August, we're getting ready to announce, and it's already kind of been announced a little bit, but I will be working, Gimmick Promotions will be working hand in hand with the Oklahoma Freedom Flight, which the Oklahoma Freedom Flight is a non-for-profit for veterans. They fly out 60 to 70 veterans every year to Washington, D.C. for 4 days, and they pay for absolutely everything for the veterans. Their flights, their hotels, their food, like everything is paid for. And it costs a little over $100,000 nowadays because of flights and everything just to take this trip.
It's outstanding.
And I will be helping them put on a convention of their own. I will be running the convention. We're going to be set up in Pryor, Oklahoma, at the Pryor fairgrounds, and we'll be in their main building. There's probably going to be close to 80 or 90 booths that'll be set up. It doesn't mean that there's going to be 80 or 90 wrestlers, but 80 or 90 booths, because we're going to have merchandise. We're going to have, even the Freedom Flight will have their own table set up so they can, tell you about the Freedom Flight. We'll have other organizations in there telling you about their organizations, but it's going to be a good convention with a lot of good wrestlers in there.
And if I'm wrong on this, I apologize. I still think you take bookings for wrestlers, correct?
Oh yeah, I'm still taking all bookings for all of my wrestlers, and to this point now, if I send a list out and the name's not on the list, just tell me who you want, and I can get to them.
Yeah. Can you explain everybody how they can get a hold of you in case somebody's out here watching and they'd like to book a wrestler for one of their shows?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the website is still in the process of being built, so the website will be coming here soon, which I'll update everybody on that when it drops. But as of right now, I'm on Facebook, Gimmick Promotions, Gimmick as in past tense, GIMMICKED Promotions, and then Instagram is Gimmick_Promotions. You can reach me at either one of those, and then my email is workthegimmick@gmail.com. So any promotion or convention, or even if you want to have a birthday party and have a wrestler at your birthday party, we do those too. So
And I can vouch for Jared. if you want to go through somebody and you want to get a wrestler, you want to get a good deal and the best prices, and know that they're going to be there and everything, get with Jared.
Say, I've sent some people your way. I don't know if they've contacted you or not, but some of the Kentucky guys. Yeah.
Oh, some of the Kentucky guys.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They want Chavo.
Oh yeah, we'll get Chavo there.
Now, tell us about the Royal Rumble from your standpoint and Jey Uso winning that, because I heard you had a whole different perspective than I did sitting at home, and these guys being in the arena.
Yeah,
you were with Papa.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. So the Royal Rumble, I brought in Rikishi, Chavo, Ken Anderson. Trying to think. Congo Com came to one of my tables as well.
Yep.
And Mark Henry. I had all of them over at the Rumble because Gimmick Promotions and Remarkable Entertainment or Remarkable LLC, we work hand in hand with each other. So we do a lot of stuff with Mark Henry and Stephanie Feiner, which is his manager. So we did the Rumble, had a great, WrestleCon. We did great the days with WrestleCon. Love those guys at WrestleCon. The guys that own High Spots actually run WrestleCon. So Mike and then his right hand man Josh. So they always take care of us and do great things at WrestleCon. It's great convention to go to. Afterwards, I had a buddy of mine that manages a hotel that we always stay at when I'm in Indianapolis, and I told him that we wanted to do a watch party of the Rumble with Keisha, and he set that all up. We were in the back of the hotel where they had the special room set up for us all, and it was myself and Kishi and Chavo and Mark Henry and Ken Anderson and Buff Bagwell, and we all went out to eat first at Longhorn. We got to get our Longhorn steak in. That's
no wrong there.
That is a guaranteed everywhere we go.
I was surprised with Rikishi went to Waffle House.
Yeah. Oh no, we did enough. We did enough Waffle House too. I had Waffle House this weekend a bunch of times too. So, but yeah, we always got to slide in a Longhorn steak somewhere. So we went and ate dinner first, and then we went to the hotel and did the watch party, and yeah, so it was those guys, and then Stephanie, and then a lady, we call her Memphis, that always helps out at Rikisha's table, and Stephanie and Cash was there, and we just had a good old time. And believe it or not, Jay completely kayfabe dad.
Yep.
He completely kayfabe Keish, and you got an authentic. If you saw any of my videos, Stephanie's videos, Keisha's videos, Chavo's videos,
Yes.
Mark Henry's videos, Ken Anderson's videos, Buff Bagwell's videos, anybody's videos online at that moment, we all dropped it online, and it was his actual reaction to Jay winning the Rumble to go on to WrestleMania, and obviously we know what happened there. So he is the new champ, but. Yeah, Keisha's oh shit moment was actually that, because he said oh shit about 10 times.
Hey, we were just saying the same thing, the same thing, and we was all up here. I'm almost a 62-year-old man up here eating for 10 minutes. And
You know what eating is.
I don't know what the hell eating is. Never thought I'd be doing it, but I was doing it. It was outstanding. It was a lot of fun. Hey, Jared, thanks for coming on with us. We've got some guests waiting on us.
Oh, you're already kicking me off, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I would love
cool.
to. I'd love to stay.
We'll see you next year. Cross paths again.
We'll have to. Maybe.
Yeah, this is your one shot of getting me on here. Hey, don't be kicking me off.
Lauren's trying to kick him out.
My time. It's my time.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be putting on the Bearcat Rumble again and getting that going for Saturday. And that's why we're here at Rick's Pizza. Everybody that's listening, come on out, get some pizza, help the cause, and donate to these kids.
Show up to the Rumble.
Show up to the Rumble on Saturday at West Central.
Yep. Hey,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jared.
I'll see you next year.
Probably right. But hey, we may have to do the fundraiser in Ireland. Okay, guys, let's bring Casey in.
All right. Well, first of all, we ought to introduce our partner Ward.
Ward.
Yeah, we got to introduce our very special partner Ward.
They all know who I
I
am.
can't hear Ward.
Oh, I can't hear Ward either.
Hold on a minute. We're not hearing. I don't know if he can hear us or not.
I can hear you.
He can hear us.
Oh, I'll try to figure it out.
Okay, guys. He's going to try to figure this out real quick.
I was gonna say I'll bring Casey in
Doing
and we'll
this.
see if we can hear her. And while you guys are talking, I'll try to figure it out. But she disappeared. She left.
She left. She said, screw this.
She'd had enough. She'd had enough before we even got started. So nope.
Let's see.
I thought we've had some pretty good interviews.
Yeah, we have.
That's very good.
That young lady, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a bright future. If that's how
only-
she came out of the gate like that.
She's only been wrestling a few months.
Yeah.
She don't seem afraid.
No, that's why I put her on your side, not mine. I didn't
Yeah.
want her throwing me down on the floor and tying me up.
All right, let's see if we can hear Casey.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
we can hear Casey.
We can hear Casey. It's just nobody wants to hear Warren, I guess.
Okay.
Nobody wants to hear Warren.
I got to really hear.
We can't hear it real well. but
Yeah,
we
you
can
got to
hear
turn
it.
it up.
Warren's been blackballed.
Maybe it's because they got the volume turned down.
Now we can
there
hear
we
him.
go,
Now
there
we
we
can hear
go.
Warren a little bit.
A little bit.
Turn the volume up.
There we go. There we go.
It's the operator.
It's not the operator.
It's Tony. It's Tony.
Hey, I ain't operating shit.
That's the problem. That's why we can't hear nobody.
If I was operating, you would be seeing nobody, hearing nobody.
Can we hear him now?
Let's see.
Can you hear us fine?
Yes. Casey, talk.
I can.
Yeah,
There we
can
go.
hear, we can hear. Okay. We've got a special guest. We got Casey from All the Million Wrestling on with us right now. We'll be talking about a show for Sunday, May the 4th.
Yes, May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
It's a Star Wars show. We have Clash of the Force. And it's going to be a action-packed show. I'm very excited.
I got rid of the back.
I'm looking forward to it. My only problem is, and I'm all against hate for this, I'm not a Star Wars fan.
I used to be. I just over the years I got introduced and I'm a fan now. I have to.
Okay, maybe you guys can turn me into a fan after this show, hopefully.
I've never seen one Star Wars movie either.
I've seen one. That was
Why the
enough.
hell am I on this show?
Right. I've seen 2 at the drive-in and 1 at the theater. And
Warren, I'm not as big as geek as you.
I mean, yeah, I'm a geek, but come on, Star Wars is universal. I got my nice Vader drawing up here, and Casey went black. She's upset.
She got upset. So I was hell with these guys.
They don't like Star Wars. The heck with promoting it. Then.
Yeah, she left.
Said you gonna shit on my Star Wars show? I'm gonna leave.
Sorry about that.
I thought I offended you, and you just left. I can't talk no more, guys. I offended them. I'm talk. Oh Lord. Oh Warren, how's it going?
Going great with me. How you guys doing over there?
Chris, she's back.
She's back. She's laughing, but she's back.
Okay, now ask her questions before she leaves again.
I'm sorry. My mom keeps trying to call me.
Judy's
Kelly,
fault.
Kelly, text Judy. She's giving us
Oh,
trouble.
now.
It's all Judy's fault.
Judy done it again.
Judy keeps calling her, and she's on her phone.
Hold on. I'm so sorry.
It's all Judy's fault.
Remind me to tell you when I do my results for NGW, the prank that Joey played on Poffo. This is classic.
Okay, can you tell us about before the phone rings again? Can you tell us about the
I told Kelly to call your mom.
for
So
Sunday?
Yes, please. Somebody call my mom. So this show, the very opening match is going to be the key to the 210 cash-in by Jackson Morgan.
Okay. And
He is going to be challenging Jimmy Carrot, the AVW heavyweight champion.
that's the first match.
Oh man.
That is the first match. It's going to be epic.
That's
It will be. That
that's
could be
worth-
another match of the year game.
that's worth price of admission right there.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the first match.
Yep. Then we have a fatal 4-way between Kendall Fire, Ricky Guns, Mikkel Murphy, and Dalton Davis.
That's a killer match.
Yeah, it is.
And then on top of that, we have another title match. We have the tag team title match, in which at the last show, we have brand new tag team champions. We have Depravity, who is our now current AVW tag team champions. And we have a 2 out of 3 fall with War Beast.
So Warbeast gets their rematch. And they 2 out of 3 falls.
They were not happy with the way that things happened last month, so they're like, we want to make sure that you actually deserve that.
GM.
Yes.
Now, aren't there stipulations to those matches? Didn't I read that?
You know, we're still trying to
Still
talk
working the
about
details
that.
out.
We're still trying to figure that out, but I We're trying to talk to some people on figuring that
Well,
out.
the contracts, you got to get both sides to work out and to agree upon the deal.
Yeah. And then I'm excited for this match. We have the Skywalker Eliminator, a 6-man elimination style match between Brody Bodkins, Elijah Arrows, Clayton Clark, Ashton Adonis, Mike Noble, and the Elite Warrior, DeCobra.
May have been anywhere too.
And you maybe finally get to see the Cobra.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Cobra.
Whoever wins this match will be challenging whoever wins the heavyweight championship in the first match. They will be challenging the champion for the belt in the main event.
Oh, so
The champion is in who? What champion?
Whoever wins the first match.
first match.
So whoever wins the first match will be in the final two? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Oh man,
The AVW Heavyweight Championship will be on the line both in the first match and the main event.
Oh, wow. Because just think of that. You're going to either have Jackson Morgan or Jimmy Carrot taking on any of those 6 guys as another main event into itself.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we also have the No Limits title also up for grabs. We have Kenneth James and the current champion, Zay Gates.
It's a great match too. An outstanding card.
The pre-show, the pre-main, excuse me, is a match that I'm excited. It's another Star Wars themed match. We have a Cantina street fight.
Okay.
Which is at the cantina, like almost like a bar, like a Star Wars like bar kind of. So it's almost kind of like a nerd style bar street fight kind of thing.
I'm not involved.
I was gonna say, is Warren in that match?
And that is going to be Cold Hard Cash's Rico Jones and Christian Cash, and Kid Riot and Chris Gates.
Okay.
Do we get to see Christian Cash and Rico Jones get cut in half with a lightsaber?
I mean, if
I'm down for that. If we're going to have Star Wars match.
Yeah. So see, you've never seen Star Wars, but yet you know some about it.
I know what a lightsaber is.
Yeah.
But yet in the very when Vader knocked out Obi-Wan, he disappeared, and the other ones are cutting people. It doesn't make sense. I'm a Han Solo guy anyway.
Okay. Casey, can you let everybody know ticket prices and what time of the show is on Sunday?
Okay, the doors open at 4. The show starts at 5.
Illinois time.
At Central Time.
Illinois time. The tickets up until Saturday night at midnight. Tickets you can get in advance for $10, but at the door they are $15. 5 and under get free. But this show, if you are 15 and younger and you come dressed up in a Star Wars costume, you'll get in for free.
Oh, fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You should dress up.
He said 15 and under.
Yeah, he's short enough if he could look like he's 15 if he put the mask on.
Probably they just think it's some kid. Yep. If they put a mask on you, they think you're just some kid. Yep.
That's true. I could wear a mask.
All Tony has to just get a brown robe with the hood to go in your Jawa, and you just walk around and go, and
I don't even know what a Jawa is, but it sounds good.
Oh, you need to watch the movies. You got to get up to speed here, buddy.
I expect you to have seen almost every single one by Sunday, so you know.
Oh, you better get started out because there's like 400 of them.
I don't know about all that.
That cutting too much into his wrestling watching time.
I gotta watch wrestling. Well, again, Casey, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And don't forget, I'll be there too. So the ratings draw is going to be there, so you know it's going to be a packed house.
Okay. Yeah, it's packed the house. Have a great show. Everybody come out to Illinois and check this out.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
She took care of it for money and had to do it.
Judy got you.
Yes, she did. Marcus, we're ready for the Marcus Fine.
No, what did Judy say? No,
forever.
Yep.
No, Judy said Tony is Baby Yoda. Tony is Baby Yoda.
That's it. That's it. The ears and yes, beautiful. What's Judy saying? Sorry, I screwed things up.
You're fine.
She said Tony is Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. All right, here we go. I got some birthdays to cover for this week. One of the Gonzo'S, his grandson, his son, Austin Gonzo'S' birthday is tomorrow.
Yes.
If we want to throw it out there, Kelly and I, our son Aaron's birthday is tomorrow also. On Thursday, Stetson Winter's birthday. And on Saturday, Mrs. Miguel Murphy, her name is Brittany. Her birthday is on Saturday. So happy birthday to all of them. And anybody else has a birthday, happy birthday. I do not have any prayers or concerns. Anybody got any?
Not that I know of.
No.
Also, we got Austin tomorrow, and Eli's birthday is on.
We said Austin.
Yeah, Eli's birthday's the next day, Wednesday.
Oh,
Wednesday. Okay.
And that's your cousin, right? Or
No, Eli was.
The one that used to run the camera
yeah,
for us?
the one that knew how to run the camera at the
Yeah.
Cornfield Carnage.
Actually, about the best cameraman we've had.
I agree. I agree. Okay,
Yeah.
we got some results. Kelly and I attended 3 shows, and I got results from FEW. So here we go. WCW's April Reign took place at the Outlaw Arena Friday night. So Max Sterling defeat Will Asher. Jackson Morgan defeated Brody Botkins and Juan Sanchez in a triple threat match. Get this. Waterboy defeated Pogo. Pogo finally lost. Phoenix defeated Maliko and Mark Magnus in a triple threat match. He retained the WCW territorial title. New tag team champions, Zay Gates and David Light defeated the James Gang, Ruthless Domination, and Timmy Jackson and Andre Stray in a fatal 4-way elimination match. They're the new tag team champions. The James Gang were the first ones eliminated. And in the main event, Logan Myers defeated Mike Noble. He retained his WCW Outlaw title. Then we were in Crawfordsville on Saturday. I'm going to tell you a little story. We're all sitting there waiting on the ring to get there. Paffo's like, where's the ring? It's like, well, how would we know where the ring is? So he calls Joey, and Joey says, we got the ring set up over at the fairgrounds. We're waiting on you. He says, but the show ain't at the fairgrounds. The show's at the Armory. So Paffo's freaking out, runs out the back door, and they're pulling in the parking lot. So Joey got the best of him, which if Paffo had paid attention to what's going on, Joey's ring crew was out there in the parking lot just waiting on the ring to get here. So anyhow, it was very humorous to watch Paffo freak out. Okay, Saturday night again. NGW's Better Than Ever, 17-year anniversary show, Crawfordsville. Lawrence Pond Paffo did defeat our upcoming guest, John Downs. John Downs said, I quit, and the stipulation was whatever. If John lost, then he got to name a stipulation. Not John, but if John lost, Jason Levi got to name a stipulation in the main event. He said he liked the I quit idea. So they made the main event an I quit cage match for the title later that night. Ace Anderson defeated Nerd to retain the NGW Heavyweight title, and then turned around immediately and came out and defended his tag team championship with his tag team partner, and they defeated Zay Gates and Excalibur, and they are still the NGW tag team titles holders. Justin Myers defeated Chris Gordon. Jackson Morgan defeated Jeremy Hackley. Cecil Cerveza defeated Kenneth James via DQ. And we have a new heavyweight champion as Thomas Keith defeated Jason Levi in the I Quit tag team, or the I Quit cage match. He is now the new NGW heavyweight champion, and we congratulate him on that. Then all of us, Kelly's over there, Warren, the 3 of us, was at Warrior Pro 43 featuring Enzo Amore yesterday, Danville, Indiana. Saw Scorpion defeat The Detail and Austin Ryan in a handicap match via DQ. Parker Sexton defeated Joe Jitsu. Savron defeated Dylan Dynamite. No, that's Dynamite Dylan. I always get that backwards. Dynamite Dylan. My match of the night, Elijah Arrows defeated Logan Myers. T.Y. Ice defeated Cecil Cerveza. He retained the Warrior Pride title. Main event, nope, not yet. Zach Nova defeated Juan Sanchez to become the new WPW 7-Eleven champion. Then Juan rolled Zach back up. He became the 7-Eleven title holder. Only to have Parker Sexton roll him up on the way back to the locker room, and Parker is, as of we know, the current WPW 7-Eleven champion. And then the main event, which was also very good, Buck Sexton, Brody Botkins, and Enzo Amore defeated Jeremy Hagley, Austin Ryan, and the WPW champion Jared Kripke.
Chris, what was your match of the night for Warrior Pro? Who was there?
Well, it was definitely on the second half of the show. It would have been either probably the main event. It's probably the main event.
Yeah, that's
I really liked the Nova and Sanchez match. I enjoyed that one as well, and I enjoyed the Myers and Arrows match as well. But getting to see Enzo or Real One, whatever you want to call him now, but he was. I'd say the main event was probably my favorite.
I'm going to go with that too, but I agree. The other two matches were really strong.
Who was yours? Yeah, Kelly says the main event was hers as well.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
What about you, Warren?
I was too busy running around the back doing my co-GM duties. I didn't get a chance to catch all the matches. So,
all right, and then I did get the results from FEW that took place in Greenfield, Indiana. These are courtesy of our good buddy Alex Bolton. Alex Bolton, he's the guy, we've seen him around.
I
haven't seen him in a long time.
We've seen Mike King since we've seen him. I know.
Yeah, I've seen Mike. That's pretty bad if you've seen Mike since you've seen Alex.
Wasn't that Alex Bolton guy used to talk trash about me here? And
yeah, he still does. You just don't hear it. So,
yeah.
Said the total attendance was 65. Saw the Bird defeated Ashton Adonis. The Empire defeated Andre Stray and a guy named Tyler Dynamite. Jackson Morgan defeated Mitchell Taylor via DQ. Crystal Moon defeated Freya the Slayer. Logan Myers defeated Brandon Day. Elijah Arrows defeated Javon Mara. Mike Noble defeated Ricky Guns. And Jacob Rhodes defeated Book Hemingway. And I hear it was a very outstanding show. So, a lot of good wrestling this weekend.
I was going to see if we could get Terry on real quick. Okay.
You want Terry Coons?
You on?
I'll get him.
Yeah, we'll bring Terry on.
Oh, I'll get him. Terry, get over here. Front and center. No, I don't care if you're eating or not. Get over here.
Didn't he already walk past the camera? So, I mean,
he's way over there feeding his face. He's like way over there.
Yeah, he's over there eating. Well, if I knew our special guest was on, I don't think he's on yet.
I told him 7:10, 7:15. I told him that time frame in there. So
well, I know they want to bring the ladies coach on, so it's kind of
okay.
Well, she's eating too.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out here in a second.
So again, we are down at Greek's Pizzeria in Muncie, Indiana for a dine and donate. And some of the proceeds from tonight goes to the Muncie Central Wrestling Group. So come on down, whether you carry it out, eat it here, have somebody bring it to you.
Yep.
Anything and everything until 8 o'clock.
Been pretty busy.
Yeah, they are. They got that other room pretty full.
Yeah, we got people. We got kids over here playing ping pong. And,
yeah, sounds like a little Forrest Gump.
Yep.
yeah, we're sitting right next to the ping pong table too, so we got a good view.
We're waiting for Kelly to get smacked in the head with ping pong.
Well, you said you guys did this one time in the ping pong ball.
Oh, yeah,
a couple years ago.
She got the
Yep, Kelly just got hit.
Yeah, a couple years ago when the ping pong balls were coming over here on the table.
That guy don't know about the Hall of Fame game, does he?
Watch where you grab for the ping pong ball, buddy. Hey, now, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
You see where the ping pong ball was? What the hell?
Lord, I can't take these guys anywhere.
I think it's like a final year at the pizza place. I'll be like,
hey, what can I do? Kelly likes the frizz. Remember, she had Saturday Night with Nerd for a while too. So
he is a wrestler coach, so he looks like pretty good shape. So we'll just keep our mouth shut. Oh Lord.
Oh, I can't take you guys nowhere. We're gonna get kicked out of Greek's Pizzeria.
I doubt it.
I thought we was going to do when we got here.
yeah, we about did. We almost wasn't welcome. That wasn't our fault, though. We was actually innocent on that one. We'll tell you about it later. Or you're not welcome here. Oh Lord.
Oh, no Gonzo'S. No Gonzo'S. No.
The Gonzo'S was all right. It was maybe the other group. Oh Lord, we're having too much fun. Well, again, while we're here, guys, we're here because of the Bearcat Rumble.
All right, we do have a special guest here.
We're going to bring a guest in.
It's a good buddy, Roger.
Yep.
Now, just so everybody knows, if you start any shit at the Bearcat Rumble, this is the guy you got to deal with. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, he's the number one security for DCCW.
Well, if you watch some of those guys, he's the only security.
No, that's true too. He puts the ring. He does it all. I mean, is there anything you don't do?
What I miss?
I don't know.
Well, we're talking good about you.
We was talking good about you.
Oh, well,
talking about all the things you do for DCCW, security, putting the ring together. Is there anything you don't do?
I have never had a match.
Okay.
Do you want a match with Tony?
No.
Oh.
You referee. You referee.
Yes,
yeah,
I
that's
do
right, you
love
do.
refereeing.
Yep.
That gets me inside the ring.
Yep.
Maybe not to the aspect that I want to be in the ring, but it gets me close.
So you would like to have a match?
Yeah, I think my bucket list, I would love to have a match.
Terry?
Whoever steps up to the plate.
We can arrange Terry.
Tony.
No, it ain't gonna be no damn Tony. Tony's retired. He ain't even never started.
But yeah, like most people, start as ring crew,
Yeah.
set up the show, the ring, the chairs. Opportunity came to do security because it was needed.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
So, and then I found my footing doing that really well. I'm really organized, and I've done some security bits on the side, so other than wrestling. And that's where I've been at since, but that itch is there.
Okay. What's the weirdest thing you've seen doing security?
And you don't have to PG it unless you just get ridiculous. And we do have kids, so I guess you might have to.
Yeah, see, you guys are out in public.
We'll go into details, but I was informed of a certain individual that shouldn't have been there, but he was a paying customer. I couldn't just kick him out.
Yeah.
So I just hung out near him the whole show.
Okay.
Because of the environment that he was in. He needed supervised.
Okay.
And just fan-wise, some of the fans need to just relax and enjoy the show. Because some people will they'll face the ring and take selfies, and then people are like, "I don't want them taking pictures of me." They're not taking pictures of you. They're doing a selfie with the ring.
Yeah.
So, but that's just little things.
Yeah.
But for the most part, our DCCW fan audience, they're pretty respectful.
Yeah.
They stay put. We don't have guardrails because we don't need them.
No? Yeah, I haven't seen anything
Yeah.
happen at you guys' shows.
Kids will get up and want to get near the ring, but who doesn't? I'm 41. I still want to get near the ring.
What's been the best match you've seen in DCCW?
Ooh,
There's been a lot of good ones.
yeah. Way back in the day, I mean, Dex would put on some barn burners, some really good ones. Drawing a blank. Ladies' man Mike King, he'll throw down some hardcore matches.
Yeah.
So when tables get brought out, him and Joey Owens.
Yeah.
So
That match was actually in our opening video.
they're tag
Them
team
going to a
champions
table.
right now,
Yes.
but I actually prefer to see them against each other,
Yeah.
feuding.
Yeah.
I don't like them teaming.
Well, I'm sure that'll change eventually.
And
Yeah, at the one show was it Joey that threw Mike through the damn
the whole
entrance?
entrance,
Yeah.
And
That show there that has my favorite DCCW match on it. And that was IK3 versus Jake Oman, the kickoff cornfield carnage.
Jake Oman, yeah.
The kickoff cornfield carnage.
Yep.
That same year we're talking about when they got through the thing. But
That was probably the best match I've ever seen. I'm a technical guy. I lean more towards technical wrestling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jake Oman.
Marcus, do you have a favorite one from DCCW? Stands out to you?
Oh, man, that I actually witnessed. I've seen a lot. Well, me and Chris, when we were commentating Funny Bone and George James, I think was my favorite one.
Yeah. He loved that funny bone
Yeah.
match.
oh yeah, got a violence chant.
Yeah, the violence chant twice.
I didn't get to see that live. I
Yeah.
was at the hospital with my wife, but I did watch it.
You mentioned Jordan James. Like, every time we have a show, he's about there. Like, I'm waiting for him just to say, this is my show, and I'm taking over, and I'm doing match of the night every night. And I'm I'm waiting. I don't know what it is, but he's like ticking right now.
Yeah, he's one of the most underrated wrestlers.
Yeah,
out
I
there.
agree.
I look forward to watching his stuff.
Yeah.
But he's waiting. He's a ticking time bomb, and he's going to snap.
Warren, you have any questions for Roger?
Not off the top of my head. Unfortunately, I have not been to a DCCW show. So please don't break me in half for that.
That was good. That was good.
Hey, behave yourself and he won't. I'm
Yeah,
serious. He's a pretty cool guy. Just don't piss him off.
Just be. I'm big on respect. Be respectful. I don't care who you boo. I don't care who you cheer. Just,
I've never seen Roger mad. I've seen him aggravated, but I've never seen him mad.
right. Yeah, you don't want that.
No, I don't want
No, we
that.
don't. Yeah, it's like the Incredible Hulk. You don't want to make you mad.
I've been there. I've seen him.
See, I get mad like that, but the problem is I'm 2'5".
Yeah, and then everybody points and laughs at you.
Don't do me no damn good.
He's mad.
I just forget what the hell I'm doing. I just lose my mind.
He always talks a mess, but every time I look over, I don't know who's talking.
Yeah. They see it.
There we go. There, Chris. There it is. There's the question. Let's get it.
Kelly has a question for you.
Oh boy, I'm going to lose again.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
going to lose again. I can tell.
She wants to know who your favorite super fan is, Kelly or Marcus.
When did you just yell that? You're right there.
She wants the world to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Marcus.
Oh,
I'm up to 5 out of 152 or something.
He's up to 5.
And 2 draws. So.
All right.
Marcus, buy a lottery ticket on the way home.
This is going to be a good week. Well, we haven't talked to Mr. Dowd yet, so
You ever gonna get the double digits?
not at this rate.
Who you guys want to talk to next?
Female coach, if she's available.
I think AJ's wife's getting ready to come on here in a minute.
Well, I'll actually go there and try to get her over here for you
Okay.
guys.
See if she's done eating.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll see you Saturday, Roger. Good to have you.
I will be there.
Yeah, we'll see. That's Roger. He's the head of security for DCCW. Like I say, he puts the ring
Yeah,
together.
he does.
He does all kinds
He's
of
a
stuff.
good man. Good man.
Yes,
he makes sure we're well hydrated and
Yep.
very, very good man.
I wouldn't want to
Speaking of
piss him off
hydration,
either.
Chris is getting parched, so he had to
Yeah,
go
he
get
had
more.
to- He's mad because they don't have Mountain Dew. But we're gonna see if we can get another guest.
Did you see all those people just walk in the door,
Yeah,
come over here to dine and dine and
they're
donate?
doing very well. They're doing very well. That's
Now,
awesome.
we still got about 50 minutes if that clock's accurate. So plenty of time to get down here and dine to donate. Anything on the menu.
They have great food, man.
Now, I don't know if it's great, but I could smell it, so I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it is. Well, Terry Coons out of the way, but he didn't know that.
Yeah, his fat ass went outside to smoke.
Okay, here, well, this looks just like the female coach looks like Roger.
Yep, she's on her way. So
Or to see that. Oh, here she comes.
all right.
Well, look,
I think
Chris
we got
back
another.
in.
I think we
Oh, we
got
have another. All right,
Yeah, we
come
got
on in
another-
here.
He's just gonna press a button for us.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on in, guys. Okay, guys. Can you introduce yourself, please? You go first.
I am Coach Bradley, the other Coach Bradley.
The better Coach Bradley?
Definitely.
The better looking Coach Bradley?
Definitely the better coach.
I am Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. Okay.
Oh, he was talking about you earlier. Okay, good deal.
Yeah. How long have you been coaching the team?
This was my 3rd year.
3rd year. Okay. And how long have you been wrestling?
I've only wrestled for 1 year.
For 1 year. What's your favorite thing about wrestling?
It helps me build character.
Is there anything you dislike about wrestling?
No.
Okay.
The coach is right there. She'll tell you later.
Yeah, she wants to say it for the coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the coach. I don't like the coach. It's like
What's been the hardest thing coaching?
Coaching, I think, is just trying to bring all the girls together and trying to, with wrestling, there's so much of the trying to find a good partner. And we have, starting a new program 3 years ago, most of our girls had never stepped on a mat before. And so trying to teach them the fundamentals of just wrestling. And then as those kids came along and got better and new kids came in, just trying to find a practice partner a lot of times is really hard to do. We do practice with the guys sometimes. A lot of our girls are willing to do that, and that helps tons.
What was the hardest thing for you? What's been the hardest thing for you to learn in wrestling so far?
Well, first off, wrestling is very challenging. It's like different from any sport that you've ever played. It definitely helps you like set your pride aside.
Yep. Yeah, it will. Do you have a favorite move?
I love glass doubles.
Glass doubles, yeah.
She's good at them.
Oh,
She's
good.
good. She likes to take people and just run them across
What was the
map.
move? I'm sorry.
A blast double. It's just a double leg, but it's like a blast double leg. That's what they call it.
Okay.
He's not familiar with high
No,
school wrestling.
I'm not. That's why I'm soaking this all up because I had no idea how much wrestling actually was until your husband got to talking about. I didn't think headgear would be near the price he
Yeah.
Oh, it
said
is.
out here a minute ago. It's like, you got to be kidding me. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot, yeah. What is your goal for the Central team next year?
I think growing numbers is always really hard to do because, as Jocelyn said, this sport is harder than any other sport that any of the girls have ever done before. There is a lot of setting aside your pride, getting your feelings hurt. So I think growing the sport. But I'm not the wins and losses coach. My husband takes care of all that. I don't care about that. I want the girls to get better. I want them to feel good when they get off of the mat. I want them to be proud of the season they had and what they've accomplished, because if you can be a good wrestler, if you can improve in wrestling, I think it makes everything else seem more doable in life. So that's always my goal.
I think she said earlier, it builds character.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. It definitely does. I coached wrestling for a long time, and that's one thing that I seen and learned very quick was it builds character.
Yes.
It definitely does. Goal for next year?
Next year, I just want to be.
What grade are you in, first of all?
Oh, I'm a junior this
Junior,
year,
okay,
so
okay.
next year I'll be a senior,
Okay.
and then I'm out.
Out of prison.
But next year I want to be a better wrestler. I feel like if you ask anyone that question, anyone would be like, "Oh yeah, I want to be a better wrestler." Not only like with technique or being a better teammate, but I would say overall, both of those things.
Yeah, that's what we talk about, being a good teammate and everything. But wrestling is different. I mean, you want to be team oriented, but like me and AJ and everybody was talking about, when you go on that mat, you're by yourself.
Yeah, it's a
You
very
are.
single.
There's no one
There's
else
no
to blame.
teammate. No,
Yes,
no.
it's just you at the end of the day.
If you do something good, you did it. If you did
Yes.
something bad,
It was
you
on
did
you.
it.
It's your fault,
Yes.
not your teammate. Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very, like I said, it's very humbling. It definitely is. Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Hey, thank you for what you guys do for us. We
Oh yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
we love doing it. After meeting you, I told the other young lady that I haven't been to any meets recently, but I will definitely come out and check you guys out next year. I want to see you wrestle. I want to see her wrestle.
Yes,
So I will
they're-
definitely come out.
They're game changers. It's fun stuff.
I will get with AJ and find out the schedule, and I will come to some meets.
Hurry.
I promise.
Is he? He's waving at you.
Okay,
Warren had a question.
Yeah, I can hear you barely, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to, I would say to the ladies here, we got a lot of people watching. Some may have daughters that, what would you say to these daughters to bring them in to say, here's why you should try it?
Yeah, why should a girl, young lady, start wrestling?
Well, first off, hey, I think it's always good to step out of your comfort zone, and I think the sport is just amazing overall. I never had a bad thought about anything, about like the sport, the team, anything. And you meet new people all the time, and I think it's just great. Just, hey, try it.
I would really, definitely. But I think, the best thing to do is find a little youth club. Like if you have a young daughter who's interested whatsoever, find something that's kind of cheap, get her on the mat. It teaches so much body awareness so that even if they don't end up loving wrestling, they learn how to use their body, they learn how to use their hips, their core, which translates to every other sport they could possibly want to do.
And it's a lot better right now because they're actually girls teams in high school.
Yes.
Back when I started coaching in 1989, I had girls that wrestled, but there was no.
Yes.
They wrestled boys.
And our girls only wrestle in high school. They only wrestle other girls too. And so for a lot of parents who are worried about that, girls only wrestle girls. There were some girls who were grandfathered in who are allowed to wrestle the boys because they're just at a different caliber. But they're wrestling girls. And so, I mean, the sport has grown so much.
Do you remember what the numbers were for this year?
I do not know that.
I know it's up pretty good.
Yes. Well, this was the first year it was an IHSAA sanctioned sport. And
Yeah.
so that in and of itself, we had more this year at Central, had some home things. So it makes it easier for people to come and support us too, because we have a lot more home things or close things. Before we were driving 2-3 hours all the time doing stuff. So.
And do you have issues? I mean, do you travel with the guys?
No, there were sometimes in years past there have been meets where or tournaments where the guys and girls are both on the same.
Okay, have you gone to a school that didn't have a girls team? That's where I was going with that.
Yes. So, but the girls anymore they cannot wrestle, and so if we do duels, they have to have a ladies team, and so that has changed here. That was a big change, and so girls could not go out like the previous season. Some girls who moved up to the boys team after our season. Our season ends a little bit sooner to go to sectional to help fill their roster. That just wasn't allowed this year. So yeah.
Good deal.
Warren, you got anything else?
No, that's all. Good luck. Good luck when your upcoming season.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for
I
coming
appreciate
on.
it.
We're wishing nothing but luck. Yes.
Yes. Good
Outstanding.
luck. And I will be at a meet, I promise.
We'll see you there.
I don't care about AJ's wrestling. I'm for all women's wrestling now. Hell with the boys.
We have way more fun. Thank you guys.
All right, somebody want to round Chris back up?
Yep.
Here. Kelly's going to order around 10 till.
Okay.
Put on there what you want. That way we'll go eat dinner with you guys.
Okay. Large.
We'll get it in before the.
Large extra cheese. Hand toss.
Oh, we got more?
Oh, we got somebody else going to come over real quick. Okay,
All right.
come on over.
Come on over here.
Wherever you want to sit. Okay, you can sit on that
We
one.
haven't put the headset on, sir.
Put that on.
He turned on me last year. He went heel.
Yeah, he went heel last year. Can you tell everybody your name?
Atticus.
Atticus Bradley, correct?
Yeah.
Hey, we seen you in the ring last year. Okay, I remember Atticus. Yes.
Atticus wrestles boys wrestling here in the state of Indiana and his age group stuff. But he also wrestled in a DCCW ring last year at the Rumble, and also turned on his dad last year.
Yeah, I remember. That's how I remember you. Good job, bud.
He's a heel. How old are you, Atticus?
9 about to turn 10.
Okay, I've never known a 9-year-old heel before. I've raised a couple, but I never knew. I got a 45-year-old heel and a 42-year-old. Okay, but Atticus, what do you love about wrestling? The kind of wrestling where you're wrestling yourself first.
Unlike
No, not the Rumble stuff, like the high school wrestling.
it's just fun.
Just fun. Like doing it. You like practicing?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you like about doing the Royal Rumble and that kind of wrestling? Kicking your dad's butt?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Do you have a favorite wrestler like in WWE or any of that kind of wrestling?
No.
Nope. Okay.
Do you not watch WWE and any of that?
Nope.
Nope.
Do you have a favorite wrestler that you've seen at DCCW?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, well, that covered all that.
See, you're supposed to say your dad, but
Nope.
Nope.
Go ahead, give the thumbs down too.
You're on a losing
Hey,
streak.
you're the one who wanted us to talk
Yeah,
to
you're
him.
the one who put him over here. He's definitely a heel. Yep, they turned him.
We've already got his t-shirt. His t-shirt's just gonna be nope.
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 Yep.
Nope.
Yeah,
I bet you could sell him too, Warren.
That'd be a good shirt. He should just get a shirt that says nope.
Nope.
You should have them made for Saturday. Well, thanks for coming on, buddy. Okay. All right.
We'll touch base with you in a few years and
Yeah.
see how you've progressed.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, we may see him in the ring Saturday.
yeah, that's true. But he's a heel
Are
Saturday.
you
so
planning on getting the ring Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to be there
I
Saturday.
think your dad wanted a rematch. So
yeah,
you better be-
everybody come out Saturday and see Atticus at the Bearcat Rumble.
I'll beat him again.
He's going to beat him
Yeah, I
again.
know. There's no doubt in my mind. And if you need a little help, she's got the Hall of Fame cane.
Yeah, she's got a cane that she'll let you use.
Just hit it.
And she'll let you use it on. See?
She's a heel too. So
She is a heel too. That's true.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Buddy. Thank you, buddy. Okay, guys, just bring our special guest for rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
I'll go ahead and write that down in just a second. Kelly will hold it quick. Is he on there? He is on there. Look at him.
There he is. Hello.
Oh, hold on. I got to tie my flip flops real quick.
Oh, look there. Yes, we will talk about that. Made my night.
I definitely got a question for him because after I heard the results. Okay.
Hey, I'm proud of the outcome. That's all that matters. We told everybody, and it came to fruition. So sucks to be NGW, but hey, Champ's here. It's all that matters.
I got one question though. I heard you was a quitter.
I did quit. But then if you think about it, we hindered Jason Levi because we gave him 5 opportunities to escape the cage, pin, submission, all that. When he turned to die, quit, it actually was a handicap to himself. So this was all part of the plan. Whether or not you believe it or not, part of the plan.
Do you believe it, Marcus? Was that part of the plan?
I've seen it. Yeah, I can believe it. Yes.
all
If you've
right.
seen how that storyline was put together, very well done.
Okay.
And did you lose it? No.
No.
And by the way, I do have the towel. I couldn't believe the towel was still there, but I now have the towel in my collection that almost ended the match earlier if they had allowed it.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
Okay, we'll get things started. Marcus will go first. Warren will go second. I will go third.
Now what? We give you your time. Look at John, bud.
Sorry, I got interrupted. If you knew the guy, you would understand. No, but I'm teasing. Marcus will go first. Warren will go second. I will go third. And Chris will go last. Oh, Lord, I cracked myself up sometimes.
I guess so, because I don't even know what you're laughing about this time. But
oh, Lord.
okay, so I can't really see because Chris is messing around over your face here, but there he is.
You don't have to see him. You can hear him.
And there's nothing to see. So.
Okay.
I agree with John on that.
I thought his name was Josh.
No, that's what you think.
No, actually, let's see. Behind me, I made sure to put JOH in so that way you know better. So you can't mess this up, man. If not, I've lost all humanity.
Okay, my standard question, because you were never a wrestler up until Saturday that I'm aware of, and then that's debatable if you was Saturday too. But anyhow, when and how did you get started in this sport?
I got started roughly about 94, 95. My friend at the time, who's moved away since, his family is actually cousins with the Ultimate Warrior. So he actually had a bunch of older videos and all that, and he introduced me to some of those older matches, like WrestleMania 6 at the time. I ended up actually becoming a Hulk Hogan fan because of that. But roughly 94, 95 is when I actually was introduced to wrestling.
Okay. Warren?
Well, my first question is, I mean, after Saturday, how you feeling? How's your body feeling?
I got some welts here, some welts around my boobie. He put me through the wind. I'm stiff. But I beat myself up because I didn't get into shape and I was so blown up.
Did get into shape? We saw the car video. What the?
I needed that extra mile. I didn't get. I needed that like 10 extra crunches, and I just didn't push myself hard enough. I thought Papa was gonna be a little bit easier, but yeah, I was mistaken. So.
All right, my first question: as a manager, what is your main goal?
My main goal is to make sure that everybody's still glued to the match, but I also got to make sure that I don't take away from the match. It's just like when I was a ref for 11, 12 years, it's storytelling. If I can help with storytelling, I'm going to do it. If not, I don't want to take away from what they're doing in the ring. So my goal is to make sure that I keep the fans invested while they're, portraying what they need to do or do what they need to do.
Yes.
All right. First we got a question from Kelly. Kelly wants to know who your favorite super fan is, Kelly or Marcus.
I'm going to go with Kelly because I'm pretty sure Marcus called me Josh there for a while and Kelly hasn't. So the last person to call me Josh should be Kelly. So she's actually the better of the two. Sorry, Marcus. I mean, you take great pictures, but you kept messing my name up, man. I was laughing, but you can only laugh so much.
And then my question is, what's something you love about the wrestling business, and what's the thing that you probably hate the most about the wrestling business?
So the thing that I love the most, honestly, is the travel. I know that sounds weird, but in my personal life, I work road construction, so I'm always outside. It's just been this past year that I've even been trying to take shows in Illinois, trying to get out of my comfort zone, making sure that seeing if I have it. you know, with the travel comes the people that you meet, but it's getting to see new places is actually cool. With the faces as well. The only thing I can't stand, and I know it's the biggest answer, but it really is the backstage politics. You know, when you learn the business, you really don't realize how bad it gets until you actually live it. And I've been in some bad locker rooms where I just don't go back anymore.
Okay, my question is, tell us what it felt like to smack Poffo so hard that you put one hell of a bruise on his back that I have never seen ever in my entire life.
Which well?
Well, it took what 3 of them, but still, that back was vicious.
So when we got done, I felt bad because I told him, I said, it was your fault that you told me to hit you as hard as I can and right in the center. So, you know, I want to get a hold of it because it's literally like a 2 or 3 pound baking sheet, and it's not one of those ones that bends. So that's the only reason why you had such a loud pop on it. I told him, I said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah." Well, okay, so you know, the years of frustration, all that really came out in there, and man, it just felt great. So if I could do it again, I would. That's why I'm waiting for the video, because I want to hear how good it sounds again.
Okay, Warren.
All right, I'm gonna give you a time machine and a ticket for front and center of any wrestling match ever in the history. Where would you want to be?
It's going to sound a little weird because I'm not going to go super far back, but 2006, I would love to be front row for Undertaker versus Kurt Angle and No Way Out. In my personal opinion, that should have been on the WrestleMania card, and Vince dropped the ball on it. That was such a great storytelling match. Peak Angle, I think, is the GOAT. On the mic, amateur wrestling helps him out. You know, like Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, it's something about those amateur background that really lures it to me. And with Undertaker being there to help carry it, it was one of my most favorite matches I've ever seen.
If you could be any big-time pro wrestler or manager, who would it be?
I gotta be Jim Cornette. I gotta see how far I can push the buttons on this, not only with the canary tops and the suits and all that, but you saw me with the baking sheet. How much damage would I do with a tennis racket? So I would love to be Jim Cornette for a day. And his what the vernacular or whatever those big words he uses makes me sound better. So I would definitely be a Jim Cornette for a day.
All right, we have another question out of the comments from Justin Danger. He wants to know, where all have you managed?
Let's see. I have managed WCWO. I have managed NGW, BMFX, AVW, and I have also managed. Actually, that's it because that'd be reffing. So those 4 places are the current places I have managed so far, with some supposed opportunities coming up within the future months of going outside of Indiana again. We'll just see what happens, though.
Are we back to me?
Yep.
Okay. Tell us how you transitioned from referee to manager, because you refereed for a long time before you transitioned into manager.
So back in 2014, you may remember this. If not, once I get going, you probably will. We were doing the shows at the Beehive. This was like Tommy Gage days back then, like Lance Story, all that. And I was taking my bumps and I messed my neck up. And that was when I said I couldn't be a wrestler. I was going to be a ref, so I'll just keep reffing. So I ref from 2011, 2012. I finally got my neck fixed in 2020, and I got the Peyton Manning surgery done with the screws and plates and all that good stuff. They said I can go back to doing what I was doing, which was the reffing and not the wrestling portion of it. And I just said, nah, I'm going to take some time off. Well, no more than when I stopped reffing 2 months later, Brian Smith from BMFX got a hold of me and wanted to see if I go ahead and manage at BMFX. And I got to actually choose 2 people of my choice, which was Gideon or John McDaniel and Eric Dillinger. And that's when I came back. So I tried taking an extended leave because of my neck surgery, but I came back 3 months later. So I was kind of forced into it, and I haven't looked back since because I've had a blast since this. So if it wasn't for Brian, I would not be a manager right now.
Okay, Warren?
We've talked in the past and sort of iron sharpens iron type thing. What is some of the biggest challenges you found of being a heel manager?
What I can say and where I need to be at are the two biggest challenges. It's easy to go to, like, let's say an AVW outdoor show and you could be non-PG, and then you go to NGW and you realize you have kids there. You want to push the button because you want the excitement or you want the unknown, but you also have to understand too that promoters and all that sometimes just can't do that. So I lost my train of thought. What was the question at the end of it?
Just the biggest challenges as a heel manager.
Oh yeah, and then being in position when it's a lot of people talking to back, talking to front. A lot of times you got the people who just say look for the 3 count, and you got other people back there to say you need to be here and there. It kind of goes back to learning your positions with reffing. You just put yourself in the right spot, just stay out of their way. But here for a while, when you know you got something coming up, it's hard for me to be in the spot where I could be pandering to the crowd, but I need to get ready for what they're about to do next. So being in position is kind of tough work too.
If you could be any other independent wrestler or manager in Indiana, who would it be?
I would say you probably get it all the time, but Eric Dillinger. I gotta give him credit that he knows how to put on a match. He knows how to work. I can at least say I managed him. It was fun. Guys willing to learn. And so student of the game, that's honestly who I would be. He's had so much success that I would be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little envious or jealous. I wouldn't mind, being in that same position, but I'm sure a lot of people are like that, and he deserves every little bit he has. So.
Chris?
What was your match the other night? Was that the first match you've had, or did you wrestle before you hurt your neck?
So I'd never wrestled before my neck. The 6-man tag would be technically my first match. But in a one-on-one, this one with Pafo this past weekend was my first singles match ever since I started wrestling in 2011.
Okay. Well, you took Thomas Keith to the gold on Saturday. Who else have you taken to the gold?
Let's see. Thomas Keith, because he had the Hoosier State, and he had that. No one else. I'm trying to work on it. I originally had Gideon, former champion. He retired. Then I had Jackson. Still have Jackson. We're trying to get him lined up. Trying to figure out what's going on with Hadley. Since we're leaving that hanging for the time being, since nobody knows what's going on with him other than me and him. And then Thomas, and that's really the only people that. Oh, and Eric Dillinger, but I didn't manage him to a title. So really, I've only managed like 4 or 5 people so far.
Warren?
Was there ever a time that a fan got the better of you? Because I mean, you're a really great talker. Has there been a time where a fan got the better of you?
No, because anytime a fan gets under my skin, I just walk to the other side of the ring. Let him just, okay, do you feel good about yourself? And the thing is, like, if they do get under my skin, I still feel like I'm doing my job, because if you're mad, I'm doing something right. So, but yeah, just go to the other turnbuckle. I'm not going to start shit with you. No. So I'll just walk to the other side.
Favorite food, favorite music, favorite movies, and favorite TV shows?
Favorite food, I like mac and cheese with hot dogs. It's like my go-to, and I know how to make it, so it's definitely my go-to. Hey, I'm weird. I'm sorry. I love it. Movies, I love comedy. Favorite movie of all time is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Absolutely love it. Favorite TV shows right now. As soon as it comes back, I'm ready for Fallout Season 2. Can't wait for that one. And music, I would say I'm more of a techno electronic kind of guy. I like some Static X. I like all kind of music, but really I can get down with house electronic. Usually my go-to.
Okay, it is Chris, right? Yep, Chris. Yep.
What's been the best piece of advice that you've gotten in the wrestling business?
And the exact quote is, "For the love of God, do not try and cram 8 weeks worth of story in a 10-minute match." Everybody wants to get their spots in. Everybody wants to do whatever they can do. And a lot of times you just can't do it in the amount of time you have. And we keep telling them in the back, or telling anybody who's new, make it make sense. You can do 5, 6, 7 minutes worth of story. That's fine, but make it make sense. If you're going to be out there doing stuff and people aren't following along, or, they don't care, then what are you doing? So my piece of advice is, if people are trying to shove a lot of stuff into a match, it ain't going to work. Just keep it simple, stupid.
Okay, Marcus.
All right.
Down to our final 3 questions.
3 questions. Okay. In Illinois, was that your debut? That's the first part of the question. When you was at AVW, was that your debut in Illinois?
No.
Okay, well, I guess tell us that. Then I got a question to back that one up.
Let's see. My first time in AVW would have been.
Oh, you've been there before. Okay.
Yeah. It would have been not. It would have been the second last show that they were doing the outdoor studio setup. That big, looks like a band plays there.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe September or October, I think, was their last show, and I was a month before that is when I debuted. And then
oh yeah, you was at the skating rink. Yeah.
And then the skating rink would be technically my debut at that one, but not at AVW.
All right. Well, tell us about, you took Nerd, I take it, under your wing because you were managing Nerd at the last show. Tell us about managing a guy that is so damn goofy.
So I'm just going to be flat out honest. He doesn't really need a manager. So my goal is, I'm just going to pretend that I'm his tag team partner and just be like the goofiest cheerleader ever. So that's why when we were doing a hug on the outside, it's like, "I love you too, buddy," and all that kind of stuff. He's actually really easy to work with. Because as much as he does the gyration and feeding to Kelly and whatever she likes going on with Nerd, once he does that kind of stuff, you can literally bounce it off. I can point to his crotch when he's doing that kind of stuff. It just is fun when the dude's simple-minded. But his character doesn't need much. And honestly, it's kind of difficult because when I'm helping Thomas out, Thomas, he's not much of a talker. He's just a guy who goes into the ring. Nerd's a proven talker. So what good am I going to do other than point at his waist as gyrating and just annoy more people? So that's the reason why I wanted to go under his skin was, I managed Hadley a month before that, or 2 months, whatever it was. Hadley doesn't need a manager either, but it's literally, I got to feed off of him like crazy. So it's going to be, what goofy stuff can we do to bounce it off each other? And that's all you can do.
Yeah, once.
Before my question, I did want to say that yesterday when we had Hadley and Enzo in the ring together, I don't know how the world didn't implode with the 2 biggest talkers. That was insane. But you'd mentioned Jim Cornette. Are there any other managers that you pull your inspiration from and bring into your management style?
So I look after Jim Cornette for a little bit of vernacular, the color, and then I look at Jimmy Hart for more of the bouncing off the walls style idea. My goal as a manager right now is I want to be as intense as possible because we don't really have much of that. Todd's an excellent manager, but man, I'm more off the walls than he is. So that's my goal right now. But yeah, no, I agree. I'm surprised that Hadley and Enzo end up not getting not having any other issues than what was already down there. But no, it's yeah. I'm losing my train of thought again, trying to think of other stuff.
Wait a minute. Did he just say Wiley was a good manager?
I like Wiley.
Wiley was a better manager over me.
Hey, no, I'm gonna watch Warren one of these days. I promise, because the only other people that I've watched that are managers, even in the state of Indiana, is Todd and David Barnabas Spector. I would love to see more managers and watch their stuff because you always learn. You could always watch their stuff. And
I'll
Let me
admit
know
it
when
right
you're
now. Yeah,
I would love to watch you.
I learned stuff off of you. I pick things here and there, you know, and to see and to be like, hey, try to put that into. So I mean, yeah, I'll admit that right away. I nitpick off of John Downs style.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Funniest person you have been around in a wrestler's locker room?
Kenneth James. Every time I had him as a manager, or not a manager, as a ref, he would always try and get me to break character. He is by far the worst. Kurt Hennig, I guess you'd say, if you're looking at old school Raw stuff, but he would definitely push my buttons immensely. But Kenneth James is probably the funniest guy, especially on road trips. He's the guy that I would like to drive around with the most.
Chris?
Sorry, I'm trying to mute the mics when we're not talking to get some of the background noise out. What's been the biggest crowd that you've had the chance to manage in front of?
The anniversary show was a good sized crowd, but I'll be honest with you, as a whole, WCWO, that was the first time ever I had been to a Comic-Con for it, and I would be lying if I said I didn't have butterflies or the jitters when I first had my first match down there, because it's nonstop crowd. Even the one sitting there, you go out like an hour later and it's a different crowd, and it's a bigger size. So I would say as a whole, the WCWO crowd is the biggest crowd I've ever been around.
All right, we got 2 left. Who do you want to manage on the independent scene that you have not yet? Anybody?
Ooh. I would like. Ooh. You know what would be interesting is I would love to manage the Cobra. And the only reason why I would say that is I literally watched him go against IK3 for what you guys thought was their best match that they had. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that?
That's true.
So my whole thing is I've seen them work. They're great workers. Let me in on this and we can take it to a whole nother level. So, you know, IK3 is another guy, but that match right there, if I had an opportunity to be a part of it, it was already special to begin with. If I was a part of it in my own mind, it would have been even more special. But yeah, that was a great match. I would have loved to have been a part of it.
All right. There's sort of two. They don't go together, but I'm gonna sneak 2 in on one. Number 1, do you know what Star Wars is?
Do I know what Star Wars is?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I do know what Star Wars is.
Okay, Tony, did you get that? Oh, look, we got another special guest. And number 2, I'll give you one option here. You can pick one of them. Either you get to manage the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, or you get to manage WrestleMania. Which one would you pick?
WrestleMania. I mean, I saw how good of a time the easiest way to put it was who wouldn't want to be on the biggest stage of them all? I mean, if I couldn't be a part of it, I would love to be a part of the Rumble. Well, not really the Rumble. I'd rather be part of like Survivor Series. And then Survivor Series, I would have an opportunity. If you're doing a traditional, I could manage 5 people instead of 1. So actually, you know, I'll turn around. I'd rather do Survivor Series if I'm part of the traditional Survivor Series team. There we go. Then WrestleMania. So we're good.
Let's see, best match you've ever been a part of?
I think Marcus might remember this. It was probably about 6-7 years ago. There was that ladder match that was Justin Myers versus Mean Mark Vandy.
Oh yeah.
And then the only reason why I absolutely love that match is I'm sitting over by the bathroom at the Armory. I'm talking to Gideon, his wife, and a couple other people. I have my street clothes on, and Jerry is reffing the match. Jerry, halfway through the match, gets sick, so then Nina has to run over, tell me, don't worry about it, just throw on your ref outfit, go out there, cover for Jerry. So I actually came in the middle of a ladder match for the title, and it was actually like, it was a really good ladder match. I guess the other one too, and you may also remember this one as well, would be the double cage. that we had back then.
Give me my mic. You know, that anniversary date was 11 years ago on Saturday. I pointed it out to Pafo that the double cage was on 11 years ago Saturday. So, yes, I have a picture of that if anybody wants to see it. So
I had a blast in that one.
Okay.
Why are we laughing?
Just laughing. Whose turn is it? I lost my place now. I think is it Warren's turn?
No, I think it's Chris's turn.
Chris's turn, yeah. Okay. I lost my place.
We're off the rails over here. Okay, let's see, where do I want to go with this one? Well,
you can answer that. We're doing our secretary.
Must be a really good interview. We lost our train of thought.
Order pizza.
It's exactly what's going on over here. You know, oh, yeah, I'm cool with anything.
You got a question,
You got a question?
I'm gonna steal one.
Okay.
Come on, Chris, for a minute. Come on, man.
You don't have no more, do
Yeah,
you?
there is. There's some on there.
No, that you have that one. I got one. What all states have you managed in besides Indiana and Illinois? Have you managed any other states?
Not yet. I've been looking at Michigan because I know a couple people up there, and then there may be an opportunity that I could go farther than that, but we aren't sure yet. I haven't heard anything other than I'll know more information at the end of April to beginning May if that will be a possibility or not.
Down to our final question.
Okay, he knows the final question because we talked about this Saturday.
Okay.
Which of the 3 funny stories did you pick? And remember, you can tell your funny story, and it doesn't have to be PG. But if you get too carried away, we'll back you down a little bit. But it's funny story time.
No, okay. So KJ talking about funny stories. When we were at Lebanon, this would probably be about 6-7 years ago again. I was the ref I was only 4 or 5 years into it. We're in the ring, and he actually got me twice. So the 2 stories into one, which I don't care. You guys can enjoy all of it. He gets the dude in the eye, and as a ref, you're supposed to say, hey, come on, watch the eyes, watch the eyes. So KJ actually turned around and said, I freaking did. I poked him in it, didn't I? To which I had to bite my lip and turn around because I'm not supposed to break character. So then later on in the match, this asshole gets him down for a wishbone. And so during the wishbone, he's like, man, this leg is just getting heavy. And I'm like, okay, what would you like for me to do? And he's like, well, just hold on to this real quick. I'm like, all right. So that's when he pulls the leg. I'm like, you can't be doing that. I was like, I'm not supposed to be a part of this. Well, we'll fast forward another month. He's like, hey, this leg's getting heavy. I need you to hold this. I said, I'm not falling for that trick again. So then he does it on his own. Then the next month, he comes around, we're in a tag match. He's like, it's getting heavy. I said, I'm not holding it for you, and don't you do it yourself because it's going to be a DQ. So what does he do? He tags his partner and does it. And I said, I'm done. No more wishbones with KJ. I ended it that day.
Okay, Warren.
All right. I mean, if you've watched the end of our show, you know my final question is always, are you a degenerate to suck it, or are you an NWO? Yeah, look at that NWO.
NWO all day. Like you said, Hogan turning heel was actually awesome for me. It was, it was needed to be changed because he was that superhero that nobody was liking anymore. So yeah, when NWO came out, I was NWO for life. Black and white, baby.
Something people will be surprised to know about you.
I'm a huge nerd, and I play Magic the Gathering, card games. I play video games like 7 Days to Die, Minecraft, because after a long day of yelling at the crowd, I need a break, so I build stuff. But other than that, my other big thing is I'm actually deaf in my left ear. So if you ever see me talking on the right side of my mouth, it's because I can't hear. So, and then that actually is a giveaway to some of my ring positioning because I have to be on the correct side to hear everything. So I'm actually deaf in my left ear since I've been born. No.
Chris's final question.
All right. What I do for my final question is I give you a chance to promote yourself, let people know where they can find you, social media, upcoming shows, if you have merch, any of that good stuff.
I don't have any merch. I'm just a simple man who shows up and starts shit. See, I heard that Oliver Million's got a show coming up this Sunday, and I may show up. If not, what are they gonna do? Just yeah, I need to go watch Warren. You know, I gotta help him out. So try and show up on Oliver Million, and then the next one that we have is that I've been asked to go to was the PopCon coming up in the end of June. So I will be at that one for the Saturday and Sunday show. But outside those two, the champ's taking vacation. So
we'll see you at both those because we'll be at PopCon as well.
fantastic. I hope to see you guys there, definitely.
Hey, well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for having me. I had a blast today.
Hey, you did a fantastic job. We'll definitely try to have you on again in the future.
Hey, just let me know and I'll be ready.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
I think we're going to try to get Terry.
Yeah, I'll,
Cruz on.
Where do you go?
I think he's standing outside talking to Jared. I'll walk out there and see if he wants to come on real quick.
Yeah, see if we can get him on real quick. And then we'll close out the show. It's been a good show.
Yeah, it was.
We had a lot of interesting stuff on. Definitely.
New up and comers in the amateur wrestling world
yeah,
right here.
Yeah. You was very interested in that, weren't you?
I was, because I had no idea how much that stuff cost. I guess I took it for granted.
Well, back when I coached started in 1988. Now we had 2 girls on the team, and we had like 2 of the first girls that wrestled back then. And I had a lot of girls that came through and wrestled for me, but it was always against guys back then. And they tried to do some girls state tournaments, but back then you had 5 or 6 girls.
And so what's the point of a state tournament with only 5 people?
Yeah, so it wasn't, but now they've really got it more organized and really going well.
LP got him. I see him.
Real quick here before he gets on, what's your thought of that little announcement that came out this morning with Hogan and Bischoff?
I just seen a little clip of it, but what do you think of it?
I don't know. I mean, are they trying to start a new Fed?
Yeah, but there's been some people said it's going to be Vince McMahon and them two starting a new wrestling federation.
I mean, they did hint at a third man, so I mean,
Third man, they did like an NWO.
I'll say I didn't hear anything about that, but it's been a busy day.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, we got a special guest coming on with us.
Do we emphasize special?
Yeah, definitely special.
Slow down, Mark.
We got the Coon Dog.
Hey, how's everybody going tonight?
Doing good, Dog. He's one of the owners and runner, and helps definitely runs. Right now, one of the main guys running the DCCW right now.
Yeah, my partner, he's kind of doing some other things on the side, so I've been like 80% of the head right now.
Well, before we get started, your last show you did very well.
I appreciate that.
We've been talking about that for a while, so you did very well.
That means a lot to me, Marcus. Joey pulled me aside. A couple other people pulled me aside and said, Terry, you did good.
Yeah, I think you did well.
I was expecting a little bit more on attendance, but with wrestling, it's hard to tell. You can have one person, a million people. You know what I mean? It means a lot, Marcus, and you guys.
I think you did good. You excited for this Saturday?
I'm excited, and I think it's going to go well. But there's one thing I really want to address, especially with you.
Okay.
You
and you.
Oh,
yeah. No offense, Marcus.
Okay. Have at it. Get up.
I'm struggling a little bit with because I've been really promoting it, but I'm wanting to really promote the 1975 state champs.
Okay.
With the 90 state champs.
Okay.
So I talked to Jigger. I know your brother Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you spoke to him.
I spoke to him. Nobody got a hold of him or anything yet.
Can you do that for me?
I can do that.
Okay, but if he knows people, that's
Okay.
what I'm asking.
Okay.
And you as well, because I know you dealt a lot with. AJ said like Tony would be out of town that weekend.
Okay. What time would you want them there?
Probably 5:30.
5:30.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we can put them in the back. Oh, you know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I will get a hold of
Somebody
my
puts
brother.
baby in the back. Yeah, well, that's
But I
another
mean,
story.
And that's the big thing, man. A lot of people don't realize that, and I think it's very underrated. You being a Southside alumni wrestling, your brother. A lot of people don't recognize that. Which 75 was a big year.
Oh yeah, it was.
I mean, actually 75 till they closed. I mean, Muncie South had a hell of a wrestling team.
What?
You were part of it. Everybody was.
Terry, do you remember that Muncie Northside?
Yes.
Won state 1974.
Yes. That was with Bud Palmer, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize, like right now, the hotbed of wrestling is like Brownsburg, Center Grove, that Indianapolis area. But used to the Central Indiana area right here in Delaware County was one of the hotbeds with Central North Side, South Side, Delta, and Yorktown was good for got good there for years. I mean, we around here used to be
Yeah.
the top. We're still pretty strong, but
Yeah.
right now Brownsburg and Center Grove has kind of
Yes.
took over.
They used there for a while. I don't know how many they got, but it was
Evansville, Mater Dei.
Mater Dei, they were dominant. You
Yep.
know?
Yeah, Brownsburg had 11 in the finals this year.
Yes.
Well,
You remember? I'm.
Go ahead.
Oh no. You remember Ricky? Was that Brownsburg? The two guys that wrestled in the state finals the year Jacob Gray won. It was Ricky from Brownsburg and another gentleman that placed the both. Ricky was the big guy.
I know who you're talking about.
He was moving real quick in his match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. But he was a Brownsburg guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and going to it from 1974 to I would say 90, 91, 92. Like I agree with Chris. It's Muncie South, Delta, Muncie North side.
Yeah.
They were so predominant.
Yeah. Them and you had Evansville, Mater Dei, and Belmont.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they used to have a tournament
Called Indiana's
Yeah,
Best.
Indiana's Best, and it was those schools.
Yeah.
I actually got to wrestle in it when that tournament kind of started to fade away.
Yes. What did you start saying, Marcus?
I was going to say, we had a guy from Frankfurt, Elijah Anthony, who went to the
Yes.
state 2 or 3 years in a row. That kid was unstoppable.
And see, and just now you say that, but how many people know that? Now they know Mason Parrish.
Yeah.
You know, they know the kid from Penn State.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Uh,
He wrestled. He got state championship. Silas Hallred's another.
oh,
What's his name, dude?
Brownsburg, Evansville, Mater Dei.
Yeah.
Lee, Nick Lee.
Yeah, Lee. I was thinking the last name Lee.
Let's see,
I was
like
going to say beat Sage.
Yeah.
He made me, I looked stupid that night because I was arguing with the guy from Evansville that Sage was going to beat Lee, and Lee destroyed him.
Wow.
What was you on that night?
I don't know.
But I mean, but
You don't remember, huh?
the thing I was wanting to elaborate was, yes, this is about Muncie Central Wrestling Club. It is for the Kitty Cats, the team.
Yep.
But I do believe them guys need to be recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I agree.
I know they had their 50-year reunion. God rest their soul. Last year I had an award I was going to give, which I'm going to give it this year. It's one of the members. I can't announce it right
Okay,
now.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But see, he's
I almost said it. I'm gonna give you one second.
he's no longer here.
I know.
You know, but his daughter and his nephew's going to be there to get it.
Okay. Got a question. Do you have any idea? I know you have any matches that may happen.
Yes,
this summer?
matches. Right now we're set. The card is set for, I know of at least 5 in the Rumble.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there, but I know Dalton Love has to defend his title.
Okay.
Surprise.
Okay. Surprise match.
Then I said your main, which I announced at the last show, was Lady Man's Mike King and Joey Owens, tag team champions, versus the James Gang. So that's a set match. Then Brody Balkan. Am I saying his last name?
Brody Balkins. It's got an S on the end.
Brody
Brody
Balkan. I could never say that right. But then when I announced him out to the ring, 600-pound train racks, whatever, I got to announce.
400 pounds per square yard. Yes.
And I always mess it up, dude.
Train wreck's pretty accurate.
but you got to love me, dude. I'm trying. You know what I mean? But then, but I mean, then we got the Rumble. I'm estimating 25 people.
Okay.
And there's a lot of huge people nobody knows even going to be in that. Some past people, some new people. It's going to be a big surprise, but guaranteed the tag team championship, the United States championship, and world championship will all be online that night.
Okay. That's awesome.
So
sounds good.
Are you guys going to be in the house?
We will be
Absolutely.
Marcus, you will be there.
I'll be there.
And Miss Kelly Fine going to be there too.
She has to. She's my driver. If she's not there, somebody's got to come get me, and it's a way away. So
yeah.
And Bobby will be in the house.
I was going to ask you that next. How's you doing? Good.
Doing good.
That's good. We're good.
Okay.
How you doing, Chris?
Doing pretty good. Doing good. Doing good.
Good.
Yeah. And I don't know if you haven't got to got to meet our other. He's one of our partners here at GWR now. That's Warren, and this is Coondog.
Hey, Warren, how you doing? I think
We'll get him down here to the DCCW show one of these days.
He lives a long ways away.
yeah, he lives almost in Illinois. So
Oh wow, that's pretty far away.
Yeah.
But
Not that I don't want to go. I'd love to go. Just a long trip.
we're still friends, bud. You don't gotta lie to me. It's okay, bud. No, you're good.
He's thinking, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, did I just say that?
yeah, you're the one that said it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's all right.
right.
Security right there.
Over here, security, right here.
Take him out.
It's all good.
I'm all in bed.
It's went off the rails.
Yes. I do appreciate you guys coming out to Greeks. You do it every year. It's about like third year.
Third or
I
fourth.
think it's the fourth time we've done it.
You guys have been a big thing for DCCW, and I appreciate it. Matter of fact, I believe that's where kind of it all started.
Yeah.
With, and I love it, man. I love all you guys.
Oh yeah, that's where we got our start, man. And last year we did over 70 shows.
Yes.
And
But
that's where I got my start 2 years ago. This will be my 2-year anniversary.
you need to write a book.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
You need to write a book.
Use your pictures.
A lot of people have said that.
I'm just going to say this, and I'm not meaning to name drop. Scott Romer wrote a book. Orchid Fine can write a book.
Think I could outsell Scott Romer?
I would just love to sit with you one night and just listen to your stories.
No.
Because, I mean, I need to know something from 1986. You're that man. I mean, I don't know about that far back, probably.
82.
Now, take it easy. I have to ride home.
Don't give him a big head. His big head won't fit in the car.
We can move over.
Yeah, I got a lot of knowledge. A lot of history.
I mean, it's real. Tony, you too. This dude will walk up to me anywhere and be like, "You remember Eddie Guerrero in 1992 when he was buzzing on him?"
Kelly hates it. Kelly and Chris hate it. We all go out to eat. Me and Tony are yapping about shit that happened in the 80s, and they're looking at each other like, "What do we talk about?" This one.
Yeah, but there's out there people that have useful knowledge. They're brain surgeons. Me and Marcus talking about fucking wrestling.
Well, and
why couldn't they give us something else? I mean, my brain could have been used for something else besides wrestling.
Well, and two, though, something that a lot of people might not know, but they do know in Delaware County or Muncie, you were some of the force behind the Muncie Southside Rebel Wrestling team.
Thank you. I mean,
you as well.
Yes.
I mean, who was standing there when Isaiah Bradley won the state championship?
Yep. He was there. He was on that side. With
Me and
Tony
Tony.
Abbott.
Me and Tony
Definitely. And somebody else, my brother Steve, in the early days helped, and my brother Richard too, at the Boys Club.
Is Steve coming?
I
I would
don't know.
love for him to come.
I'll try to get him to. He's having some health issues.
Well, and two, and I'm not plugging nobody outside this, but as you and your brother, as well as Steve, he raised 4 boys that was hella wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Brandon, Brian, Stevie, and who was the other one?
Matt, but Matt
wrestled.
didn't wrestle very much.
Yeah, he wasn't.
The hell, Ryan alone. I mean, he was dominant. Stevie, Brandon, they both were dominant.
Brandon placed in the state twice.
Yes, that's the one I was trying to think. I didn't know it was Stevie Rand.
Yep.
But a lot of people don't know.
Stevie, he placed. I know he went twice.
He went twice.
I
I can't remember.
can't
He
remember if
may have placed top 8, but I can't remember.
But I think it's awesome what you guys do. But if anybody needs to know, Saturday, Bearcat Rumble 5. Doors open at 6, bell time at 7. You can still get your tickets, get them at the door. $200 table, $15 floor seats. There is no front row. So it's just going to be floor seats. I got you. Kelly, I got your seat.
And $10 bleacher.
$10 bleacher. And it's there to support the Muncie Central Wrestling Club.
All proceeds.
All proceeds.
Go to and that includes concessions too. Every dollar goes to the Bearcat.
Yes.
And it's door 11. Enter at door 11.
I said 6 on my live.
Well, then who knows where they're going
If you need tickets, you can get a hold of Terry, get a hold of AJ Bradley.
Chris.
I was gonna say, get a hold of us.
Get a hold,
We can get. We'll make sure you get took care of.
Get a hold of Warren. He'll get a hold of us.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a beautiful night. It's going to be a good time. A lot of memories going to be raised that night. There's 3 titles on the line. So, 4 count tag team.
Well, we were just talking about this the other day, like what our favorite shows, and this is always one of my favorite shows that we go to every year.
But
is the Bearcat Rumble. So.
This should hit hard with you two, especially being what you've done. Again, not elaborate, but there's a lot, like I said, a lot of them kids went through you guys. And it's going to be good to just see. Your brother will be up there. You know, if Paul if he comes.
It'd be nice to see your brother.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get him there.
Yes. And anybody you can help me with. I know.
Okay.
Amir, what the 106 pounder? What was his name? Ron Mead. Ron Mead. Yeah.
I'll try to get a hold of
105 because it was a 98 pound back
then. Yes.
I'll see if I can get a hold of Mead. I know I see him every once in a while. He's a good dude.
I think Ralph Smith was the 98 pounder. Mead was the 105 pounder. My brother Paul was the 112 pounder. Dave Jerebeck was the 19 pounder.
See what I'm talking about?
Holmes was 126. I'm trying to remember. Short was the 32 pounder. Schwartz was the 38 pounder. I'm old, guys, and I still remember this. 45, I don't remember. I can see his name. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. 55, Chuck Evans. 67, Jeff Persinger. 77, Pritchard. 85 was John Lee. And I think after that it went straight to heavyweight, and it was Waller.
Now, how many of them do you know and can get a hold of?
A couple have passed.
Which I knew that Dave and
Jerry Becker passed. I can get a hold. I know Mike Holmes lives in
Florida.
I thought he lives in Ohio.
Ohio might be.
I think he's Ohio now.
Not Jigger went to Florida.
Okay, yeah, Jigger's
But
in
she's
Florida.
commenting, sharing all our stuff. Now, can you name the 90 team?
No. I was a lot more prevalent
So
back
you
in
have
'75.
Foreman, Abbott, Whitcliffe.
I was there when they won it.
Well, everybody knows
Foreman,
Whitcliffe.
Foreman, Whitcliffe, Abbott, Pease. I'm trying to think of some of those
103,
guys.
George Vice, Eric Fisher,
Yeah, Fisher.
Mark
Real.
Jarvis,
Real.
Shammy Woods, Jimmy Taylor.
Yeah.
I'd see, I'm
Real.
like you with that. But see, I'm 96, so
Yeah.
So
I was there when they won. I was there when they won state. I
Yes.
was at the state championship.
I remember being there.
yeah. What
I was
time?
not. I was 99. You were 96.
Who's related to our brother? Fisher, Eric Fisher.
Yep.
He was part of that team. But yeah, I mean, but like I said, everybody needs to get tickets. Come out. It's gonna be a wonderful night. You guys will be out there with us. Kelly Fine will be out there with us. Everybody will be out there. We're gonna have a good time.
Yep. Well, thanks for coming on,
Oh,
man.
thank you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Appreciate it. Love you guys. You all be good and thank you for having me on.
We'll see you Saturday.
Rebels rule the mat.
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I think we had a real good show, man.
Yeah, we did.
It's
Yeah, we
been a
did.
lot of fun.
No, you know, Tony was just there going, yeah, I could just 45, Edwards, 52, Dabalina.
Remember, I can see 45s. I want to say Groves. but then
Numbers
they-
and names. Come on, you're trying to look good for the crowd. Tony.
No, I had them came to me. Now I barely can remember my own damn name. That's the sad part.
Yeah, that's the thing. He can't remember who wrestled John Cena at the WrestleMania, but he can remember all those
Remember
guys.
that, yeah.
It's crazy though, because I can remember like scores and names of matches I wrestled when I was 6, 7 years old. Like I can still remember the score of the first time I won state when I was 6 years old. I remember the score of the match and all that stuff. I can remember. I can go back and tell you a lot about wrestling, but then you ask me about other shit, I ain't going to remember any of it.
Chris, what happened yesterday? I have no effing idea.
We needed that one adapter for a bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought that adapter today.
Yeah.
It's clean, dude.
Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you can go to the Bearcat Rumble, show up.
Yes.
It's a very good cause.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, very good cause. And a big show on Sunday in Illinois.
Yeah, Overmillion Wrestling.
Overmillion Wrestling. Go to that too.
All of GWR will be in the house
Yes.
at both shows. So
No, I won't be. Not at both shows.
no, I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
I'm
just-
sorry, Warren.
He won't be at Bearcat.
We can put you on a screen next to us like they did
Yeah.
during
Get a
COVID.
Get a picture of
During
me.
COVID, you just have a screen behind us.
You get one of those big heads. Get a big head of me and you just take it wherever.
Hey, get one of those like David Light fans, and I'll just put it on the table.
We'll put it by a light and he can be Tyrone again. I seen him last time and I forgot to call him Tyrone. I have to remember that next time.
Actually, I think we could. There's a way we probably could get Warren in if he wanted to do it from remote.
His wife would be beating him with a stick. Hey, everybody have a good night. We're going to eat some pizza and then
All right, well, Warren, do you have anything before we get out of here?
No, just like you guys said, Saturday, go to the Bearcat Rumble if you're in that area. Sunday, if you're over here by Illinois, come there. Wrestling's everywhere. Go see it, enjoy it. The weather's warm. No excuse for traveling. Get your yard work done on Fridays or Thursdays and wrestle for the weekends.
do like me. Just say screw it. Don't do it.
We appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. Hope to see you guys this weekend. Have a good night.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens Show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.